ever made. Like, flat. Like, everything is, like, tweaked to perfection. It's so good. It's a really good card game. You can get it on... I have it on the Switch as well. Like, I like it so much, I paid full price to get it on the Switch. It's like a zillion times better than Hand of Fate. I watched Northernlion play that. It seemed okay. This is, like, a million times cooler. Anyway, this is a daily, which are always much easier, but it's a fun way to warm up. So, playing as the Ironclad. There's 4 characters now. They all have very different decks. He gets to craft a card from 30 cards today. Awesome. So they'll show 30 cards on the screen and we just pick like 10 or something. You've 100% the game so you can start theory crafting, making a mod for it. Awesome. But you 100% it as in you got Ascension 20 on everything. That's pretty sick. It's vintage, so you get a bunch of relics, so it's a really easy daily. There's relics or items you get throughout the run that like affect your character throughout every combat. And sometimes like floor events. And enemies drop more gold, but you can't smith at retrosites. So normally you can upgrade your cards to be better. You can upgrade every card once, with an exception. Double gold is fine. Like this is just an easy daily to start. Look at like the score. These are really high scores. Hello, Icy Curves 69. Time for a challenge. So we can have a look at what's coming up ahead, maybe. This is the map. The game lets you go through each floor. So everything on a vertical line, even though they're like a little wobbly, you can actually think of it split along like horizontally like this, and you choose your path up towards the boss. So say you're here, you might decide to either fight an enemy or take a random event. What's my score? That's a strange question. 0, I guess. So we're fighting this boss. There's 3 bosses per floor that could occur. This is Hexaghost, who on like the second turn does a ton of damage based on your current health. But you don't need to know that right now. Right now we're playing a daily, so we want to get a bunch of points. You get points from fighting elites, so if we hover over that, we can scroll up and see and try and path our way through as many. So there seems that we can take our way through 2 elites here, 2 elites here, so one of these paths we want to do. The path on the left, we don't care about campfires also, because we can't upgrade, and that's normally what you want to do there. This path here has a shop, random event, campfire, not many combats. A trick in Spire is that you want to get a bunch of early combats, like on these floors, because they're actually easier events. Like the combats here pick from a pool of easier enemies. So you want to get a good deck so you can start trashing the game. The random events are pretty good on the first floor usually. There's a lot of ways to get easy relics and stuff. So we can do that. I'm just trying to avoid campfires because they're useless, but it looks like we can't really. I think this left one looks cool, right? A little bit of early combat, couple of random events. You do get a bonus for beating the run really quickly, and I think normally when I'm playing, I like speed run through everything, but since a lot of you haven't played this game, I'm going to take it a little slower and just explain what I'm doing. So we have to choose 10 cards out of these 10. This is just for the daily, you don't normally do this. There's a default deck you normally start with, but as a modifier for this run, they give us 30 random cards and we pick 10. So I'm going to go for like a bunch of really high damage cards so I can just beat the game. And then think about it. There's 3 types of cards, by the way. There's attacks, skills, and powers. There's also some others, but these are the only ones that matter. Attack, skill, and power. Attack does damage. Skill does something, so it might block for you, or it might, you know, give you energy or whatever. And a power is a permanent card, so you play it once, and throughout that whole fight, it will be in effect. And you can only play it once, so it like gets deleted, if you know, essentially deleted, until the end of the fight. You like the suspense of getting good or bad luck. There's not really that many bad events. The bad event is mostly just when you want a cool event and you just get up combat. But anyway, what we want is a lot of card draw, because Ironclad as a character has pretty bad card draw. And we want a lot of damage, and we want stuff that can use his health, because he gets a lot of really easy health. And we start with this that gives us health at the end of every combat, which is really good. So we want to do stuff like grabbing Hemokinesis to do a lot of damage. Maybe we want to grab ourselves... I think Flex is actually pretty decent for a little bit of scaling damage. But we'll have another little look through. This is some good scaling as well because it's easy. So ideally you want over a course of a combat, you want your damage output to be going up, i.e. scaling. So if you have Anger, every time you play it, another one gets added. So it sort of makes it so you have more attacks in your deck. You're less likely to draw blocks, so your damage sort of goes up. Similarly, if you have Inflame, every attack does 2 more damage. Dazed and Wounds are good. Like, Wild Strike's actually pretty not bad. There's another one, I don't remember what it's called. It's been a while since I played this. But there's another attack that gives you a dazed whenever you use it, which actually isn't too shabby. But anyway, we don't need to spend that long thinking about it, really. We should really just do, like, let's take one Area of Effect card, which I think Cleave is the only option we have here. Just because it's the first floor, and there could be AoE fights. We could take Thunderclap as well, but I'm not going to worry about that. Hemoclesis Cleave. I'm not going to worry about Perfected Strike, I think, because we're going to be getting a lot of relics. So let's also take some Draw, a little Inflame, and maybe a little bit more damage, just so we can really pile it on. So we've got a lot of damage right now, and not a lot of block. And we need block on the daily, because you get more points if you perfect a fight, like if you take no damage and it's an elite. So we'll also take a Power Through. Dark Embrace is really nice. Oh, it's not a gold card anymore. This used to be a rare card. I guess it's just an uncommon. There's uncommon, which is grey. Sorry, there's common, which is grey. There's uncommon, which is blue. And there's gold, which is rare. This card used to be gold. I don't know when they changed it. I think it used to be gold, didn't it? Did it not? I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. Hey, Teacup Monkey. I thought it did. Maybe I'm misremembering. Again, it has been a while. Like, I played it in February, but I haven't played it seriously since, like, last year. I'd ideally want more block. Iron Wave is fine. It's a little weak, but it's fine. And Second Wind is fine. And if we're taking Second Wind... I don't actually know how many cards we've got now. So if we're taking Second Wind, I wouldn't mind taking a Dark Embrace. This looks okay. We've got a lot of damage, a very small bit of scaling, a pretty good block, a meh block, and a pretty good block. And also a way to add more stuff to exhaust with Second Wind. So I think that's okay. Dark Embrace used to be gold, yeah, they chose a couple cards. I'm assuming they made it so Corruption is gold now, right? Because that card was pretty bonkers. Oh yeah, look here. So, normally Louise over here would not die to a Hemokinesis, but if we use an Inflame, we can then kill it with one Hemokinesis. We're not losing any health, because we're gaining 6 at the end of the combat, and we only lost 3 there. So we can just kind of smack it, wait a turn, move on. And it's turn-based, so we take a turn, they take a turn. It's all good. The Boot. So whenever you do a little bit less damage, it gets gained up to 5. That's fine. It's not incredible, but it's okay. This enemy here never blocks. It only ever attacks, and every turn it gains a bit more. So what you want to do is just repeatedly hit him with your weapon until he dies. Like some of the enemies in this game. Boot. Hell yeah. So here we can just kill him with a little Carnage. That's fine. Oh, this is very good. Vulnerable means that every... Oh, it says here. Vulnerable means that every enemy takes more damage. So because of this relic that we picked up, every single enemy will be taking 50% more damage on turn 1, which is fantastic. So if we have an AoE card like this will do 8 plus 50%, which is 12, I suppose, if you want to do the maths. So we can just murder him. An effect of having Vintage. Normally at the end of combat, they will drop a card, so you can make your deck better. But because they're dropping relics, we actually aren't going to get any more cards unless we find them in a shop or from an event. So I might actually go to the shop instead of the left path, just to see if there's more cards we might want. Like, relics are cool, but having better cards might help us a lot more. Exhume might be nice. I don't know what we'd exhume, though. Exhume is useless. Never mind. Rupture's pretty good. I think Rupture we actually want. We have at least one card that loses our health, and we don't have a big deck, so we're pretty likely to draw this within 2 turns. And that's some pretty solid scaling. So I'm going to take that. And to help with the elite fight, I'm going to take a block potion, because we want to ideally take no damage. And you take no damage when you're blocking. You get that idea. And I don't care about the rest of this. We could try and remove a card. I'm not that excited about some of them, but I'm not going to cut them, I think. I was also hoping there'd be a good block, like a Shrug It Off, which lets you block for a lot and draw, but that's fine. Elite would have card drops with Vintage. Yeah. So if we fight an Elite, we'll get some cards, but the idea is it's a bit harder to find them. We just got an event that gave us a free upgrade, by the way. I skipped over it a little bit. I'm going to upgrade Hemokinesis, because it does a stupid amount of damage. And that 18 damage now, plus 4 from an upgrade is really good. Normally, upgrades are about plus 3 to damage. So plus 4 is great, and it does less damage to you. And it will scale on this first turn with vulnerability, but we didn't draw it. And we're definitely going to use Rupture. And I think we could hit him this turn for a decent amount of damage. Or we could wait and start smacking him with these other cards we've got. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to perfect this fight unless we start killing him now, though. So I'm just going to start smacking him. We don't have enough blocks in our deck, honestly. We might be able to Hemokinesis a little bit here. We can Second Wind and use a block potion. Maybe. Or we could just hit him. Let's see what our attack potion is. That might help us decide. Vulnerable won't help here. I'd rather do damage, so... I guess we can just hit him. We could theoretically reshuffle and try and grab our Power Through. Power Through and Second Wind would work. That's what Gambler's Brew does. Nice Sims gameplay. Yeah, the Sims kept crashing, so we gave up on it. If we were to do this, we'd need to get 6 blocks from something. Which this would give us. So let's at least try to get the perfect. Right? We'll give it our best shot. I was hoping we'd draw Power Through. But that's okay. Can we kill him? I don't think we can. So what we could do here is we could just randomly hit buttons and probably win the fight, or we can try and see if it's possible for us to win. So he only has 55 health. With 3 energy, theoretically we could do 14 plus 18 plus 14. What is that number? I'm going to use my phone calculator instead of doing basic maths because I don't like to screw up. 14 plus 18 plus 18. We can do 50 maximum. So there's no chance we kill him. There is a chance we draw Power Through and Iron Wave and block his attack. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to reshuffle and then keep in flame. We're guaranteed to drop these 4 and grab everything from this because we're reshuffling. We're cutting these cards and putting them into our discard pile and then drawing 4 random cards out of our draw pile. But there's only 4 cards in the draw pile, so I know exactly what we're going to get. So I'm going to keep in flame so I can play that as well. And then hit confirm. So this way, we draw Power Through, 15 block. We inflame. No, we're going to Iron Wave him, so now we're over 18. Then we're going to hit him with Hemokinesis, which is 20 now. Next turn, he will just be trying to lower our power, so we can just hit him. And then kill him. Fantastic. We did it. Is this like Hearthstone? No, it's better. So Shuriken's really strong. It's even more damage, or it's even more strength gain. So every time you play 3 attacks, gaining a strength, it's very strong. And Reckless Charge works well with that. I've noticed that we've got almost no block though, so I'm a bit worried about constantly adding attacks. And our attacks we have are okay. I'd rather have more blocks, and Reckless Charge isn't really what I want. Although the Dazed is nice, the Dazed is basically just free, as long as we play Dark Embrace, but that is as long as we play Dark Embrace, which costs 2, you have to draw it, blah 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 blah. Blood for Blood seems alright, because we are hurting ourselves with a Hemokinesis, but it's really expensive, so I'm just going to skip, even though those are okay. Can't Smith here, which sucks, so we just heal for like nothing. That's why Midas sucks. I would have loved to upgrade there, but we can't. This is a roguelike card-based game where you have PvE in a turn-based card game. Yeah, this isn't against other people. Here, I don't think we have any choice but to inflame. And then hit him very hard. Iron Wave would have been nice next turn. There's a very good chance we can't kill him without taking damage, because if you play a skill, even though you think, 15 block, he's only doing 14, we'll be fine. He gains strength whenever you play a skill, so actually we'd be blocking for 15, and he'd be doing 16, because he'd gain 2 strength. So there's not a lot we can do there, honestly. We could draw Carnage using Pummel Strike, and we'd be able to do not enough to him. So what does the most? We can do 10, 14, 11. 10 plus... I should have done this ages ago. I've actually never played this game with a calculator. It makes it so much easier. We could also just mitigate damage, except that we're going to take a little bit. 11 plus 20 we could do as well, which is just 31. There's no way we can kill him. Let's just accept the 2 damage we're going to take, and just know we're not going to get the perfect, and then just hit him a couple times. That's fine. Don't get the perfect. That's fine. We still get him anyway. It's definitely way easier with a calculator, though. I'm even going to turn my phone on the side. No, I'm not. That makes the buttons harder to hit. Just going to have it like that. Lantern's good. Turn 1 energy is fantastic. I actually think that's pretty underrated. Armaments is normally not actually that good. It's a bit of like a bait card. Like, you look at it and think, that's incredible. That's like having a campfire in your hand. It's a bit of a bait card. But we also can't really upgrade because of Midas. So I think it is actually valuable. And being able to upgrade stuff, you know, lowering its cost or raising its effectiveness would actually be quite handy. And it's a block, which we do need. So armaments actually fits quite well in this deck. We get the Yu-Gi-Oh puzzle, which means that the first time we lose health, which includes health we lose ourselves, draws 3 cards. So that's incredible. That means that Hemokinesis now, if we play it early, does 18 damage and draws 3 cards. That's incredible. Sorry, can't tune in. No worries, Linley. Is there any bonus to beating enemies without damage other than not losing HP? You get bonus points. So if you're playing the daily, if you defeat an elite or a boss without taking damage, you get bonus. This sort of enemy, it doesn't matter. And we gain 2 plus 6. We gain 8 health per combat, sort of. So I actually don't really care about getting hit by him that much. I might just hit him, and then... I might just kill him, actually. That's a bit easier. Sundial is fine. But it's not very good. But we have only 12 cards. You draw about 5 cards every turn, usually. So every, like, 6 turns, we get some energy. That's okay. It'd be wild if instead of the heart, you get matched up against someone else and have to kick their butt. That'd be terrifying. Watching them without audio is still amusing. Wait, hang on, what? What have I missed? Seems like Kingdom Hearts without the card system. What do you mean? Oh, this fight would have been fantastic if we had the Cleave. Cleave does a bunch of damage. Everyone's vulnerable first turn. It would have just done a ton. What I'm actually going to do is think about what I'm going to do. That's a good thought. Iron Wave him, just to get a bit of block. Kill him with Hemokinesis. Oh, and then we get Cleave anyway. Sick. I guess we should have just done that. That doesn't matter. Nothing... Oh, and Mummified Hand's fantastic. So it means that every power card we play, it costs makes something else cost 0. So it means that this really sort of only costs 1, sort of, in a way. Not really, though. Like, if we play this, it might make Carnage free, which means that this was essentially free. If we play this and then it makes this free, it means this sort of costed 1. It's pretty good. Dark Embrace... Not Dark Embrace. Mummified Hand's fantastic. It means that Inflame is also basically free to play. Because it costs 1, but then it makes something else free. It's really nice. And Rupture as well. Rupture can be upgraded as well to cost 0. So we can actually gain energy by using that. Because you gain energy whenever you play a power. Oh, sorry, you don't gain energy. Something else costs 0. So if this costs 0, and then we play it, something else costs 0, and we've spent no energy. Which is sort of like gaining, in a weird way. We're going to skip the campfire, because we can't upgrade. Yeah, score for champions without taking damage bosses and doing all bosses without taking damage. Yeah, you get a bonus if you do everything. But this sort of enemy doesn't matter. So I could Dark Embrace here. There's not much reason to. But I could. What I'm actually going to do is power through. Because I don't want to take much damage. Even though it doesn't really matter. And then hit him to death. Yeah, I probably should have looked at that first. I thought Pear used to give you more health. I thought it used to give you like 12. Anyway, this gives you 10 max health, which is nice. The health you gain from resting at campfires is a percentage. So the more max health you get, the more health you get from resting. Not that it matters, because we're always going to be resting, but whatever. We could armaments... No, we don't need to do anything, really. We have all this energy. Let's armaments Iron Wave just to do a little bit more damage. Hemokinesis to draw. And then kill him. I need to remember, Hemokinesis is draw, if we draw it with the Centennial Puzzle active. Question card is kind of pointless, because we don't get many card rewards, but it's fine. It's not useless. Oh, here we go. I was looking for this card earlier. Shrugatoff's really good. Like, draw and block for 1. It's fantastic. This Flash of Steel as well is really good with Shuriken, because it's free. Like, you draw it, it lets you draw another thing for free, and it does 3. The only times it's not free to play is if you're playing against, like, an enemy that only lets you play a certain number of cards. Or if hitting the enemy, like, is negative. Like, you don't want to hit it like it's a slime boss or something. Or thorns. Hourglass is really good as well. That's free damage. 3 damage to every enemy at the start of every turn. That really adds up, like, really quickly. So I'm going to take membership card, which is now really good. 50% off everything. I'm going to buy Shrug It Off because it's very good. I'm going to buy Hourglass because it's really good. I'm going to buy that because it works with our Shuriken. I'm going to buy this, maybe? I wanted to buy it just because it makes something else free, but we aren't really applying any debuffs, so I'm not actually going to buy that. Could buy a Strength Potion to help us kill the boss. Anything that might help us kill the boss, actually, like a Power Potion. How are we currently going to kill him? We don't have enough blocks. Oh, actually, this is good. Evolve is nice. Evolve plus Power Through means that you draw every time you get one of these wounds, so they're not really a bad thing to have. But that's the only thing we have that's giving us a wound. However, in the combat we're coming up to, this enemy puts burns into your deck, which counts as a status. So those burns technically draw a card, and if we're trying to draw to our few blocks, that might be helpful, even if at one point it might stop a block card from being drawn, because you have to, you know, draw it. Well, I'll take that anyway, and then I'll grab a Power Potion, just to make sure that we're not going to have too much trouble. We don't need Blood Potion. Let's grab a Strength, just to help a little bit more. Is there anything I want to cut? Like, anything that's just not good? I think Second Wave might suck, but in this combat it might be really useful, so I might keep it just for now. Dark Embrace is not helping. I'm going to cut it. Might seem a bit weird, but I want to draw my other cards more than I want to draw that. So it seems like a waste, and nothing else here is that good, so let's move on. Can't do anything here. I would like to get anything to do at a campfire, honestly. So you can see here, Second Wind's just not helping. Anyway, we can... I really want to keep Carnage, so I'm going to Armaments it, just to make it even stronger. Hit with a big hit. Let's use a Strength Potion. Let's see our power as well. Corruption. So this is the best, one of the best powers in the game, usually. However, first of all, we just cut Dark Embrace, which works really well with that, because you draw every time you exhaust. Didn't know we were going to get that from a power. It's extremely strong. Corruption's fantastic, especially with, what's it called? There's a power you get that every time you exhaust you gain block, which is fantastic. But Brutality's pretty good, because that would be a little bit of scaling whenever we can draw Rupture, but not that much. Combust's pretty good, because it just adds up to do damage. We'd be doing 8 damage a turn between that and Sundial, which would add up. That would be like a little chunk like this. Corruption just basically lets us play Second Wind once, play Power Through once, play Armament Strike. Yeah, no, I don't want to play Corruption. Let's grab Brutality, because I think an extra little bit of card draw every turn would be nice. Make something else free. Let's play this, yeah. Maybe make Carnage free. No? Okay. Evolve? No? Okay. Shrug? Okay, sick. We can just play all of these. Carnage, Hemokinesis. I forgot Hemokinesis makes you draw, so we're not going to draw Carnage for a bit. That's my mistake. I need to remember, Hemokinesis is draw with Centennial Puzzle. The game hurts your brain. You either just need to play really slow or really quickly. We're definitely not going to perfect this boss fight, by the way, because we're basically at max health. So he's doing this maximum amount of damage, which is a big number. That sucks. Let's just set up then, I suppose. That's about all we can do. Draw as much as we can. Try and get our powers out there a little bit. We can power through, actually. Oh, we can play one more attack to gain a strength. Okay, so we have a few options here, actually, chat. We can play one attack to gain a strength, which is nice. But we're already at 4, so it's mitigated. Or we can use power through to gain 15 block, and then Second Wind to get rid of the 2 wounds and gain 10 block. So we can gain 25 block here, and also keep power through. Like, we could just straight up play Second Wind, gain a little bit of block, because we'd be getting rid of power through. But I want to keep this in our deck, so we're going to play it, so it gets safely returned to our discard pile. Play Second Wind, just to stop us from dying a little bit. I don't think Speed Pot would have helped, would it? I did look at it, but I was thinking that might be a bit more helpful on the next floor. I probably should have done the maths. What was 5 times 3, maybe? Maybe. No. Yes? No. I don't know. I'm not too fussed. Speed Pot matters less at this point. Anyway, what I want to do is... Armaments our Pommel Strike, because I want to be playing that a lot. 2 draw is so nice. There's our 3rd attack. So you see that free attack being very handy there? We can play Iron Wave here to get our final attack in, maybe? I'm not so worried about losing Carnage. Big hit or only take 1 damage? Well, I know what I'm always going to choose. Big hit. Oh yes, this speed potion gives you dexterity. Dexterity means you block for more. So this thing blocks for 5. If we played this potion, this would block for 10. That's what that does. Let's play this free attack. Let's block a lot of damage. Oh, we could Armaments the Shrug. I'm going to play Armaments so I can improve Shrug it off. I want to get rid of the burn. What we could do is Second Wind to cut the burn and the power through. Power through for like way too much block, and then Second Wind to get rid of everything. Or we could just hit the boss until he dies. I'm going to choose the second option because it's easier on my brain. Let's just do that. So if we hit the boss until he dies, we win the fight. Yes, okay. So we get a free super cool card. Brutality was really nice there. I was a big fan of how it helped in that fight. Double tap is kind of neat. I don't think there's much we want to double tap. Double tap Hemokinesis, double tap Carnage. Double tap's okay. Playing an attack twice, and you can upgrade it to play the next 2 attacks twice, which is nice. Feed is not that good here. Oh, Fatal, a new keyword. Ooh. Fiend Fire. We don't need Fiend Fire. I think Brutality is nice. I think card draw is something we still need, and it's nice scaling. Losing health is actually a bonus, and this is good. Fusion Hammer is easy free. Or is it? So right now, the downside of this run is that we can't smith at breast sites. So this is literally just free energy every turn. However, because it's a daily, you get bonus points from getting curses. Normally the key is actually really good. Energy, but you get a curse whenever you open a chest, because you can just not open the chest. Or you can get the curse and then cut it. Hey, Shadow. But, so we've got a choice here. We've got a choice of like comfortably winning with a lot of energy, or getting curses and trying to get a few bonus points, or Runic Pyramid if we want to be really fancy. But I'm gonna take the obvious. I'm not gonna be too weird about it. We can get curses from random events, or not. You know, it's not too crazy. How many elites can we fight? Okay, the only route that has 2 elites forces us to go down this path, so we have to start here. What boss were we fighting, sorry? How are you, Shiro? We're fighting the, I was going to say the Guardian. We're fighting Tall Bronze Statue Man. So we have to have a lot of scaling damage, which is okay. These enemies, by the way, take half damage from you. Like, as in this only does 6 instead of 9. Oh, wait, does not half, sorry. 50% less. What? 50% less should be half, isn't it? My brain. I thought they take half damage. So why does this thing that does not... Oh, okay. So things are adding up. They take half damage to stuff, but they're vulnerable, which means they take 50% more. And the way that the maths works out is in some way I don't even remotely understand. So somehow it's doing a third less. I don't quite know how 50% down and 50% up does that. But I guess it's just the order of operations. Like, everything isn't added together at once. Anyway, you hit them 3 times and they go to the floor. And then they'll take more. Hey, Chris, I'm playing Slay the Spire because Sims kept crashing. Yo, is this egg fried rice? Can I show chat? Chat, look what Chris has made. I'm actually starving. It smells so good. I didn't know how hungry I did now. I was complaining about my hunger. Oh, thank you so much, Christopher. That was so good. What did you put in this?
2 peppers, well, 1.5 peppers. Super saps, rice, some vegetable stock, 5 spices, sauce.
I think I've never had...
We only have 1 egg.
1 egg left.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever had egg fried rice just now. I've never had egg fried rice in my life. Well, I've had stir fries where I've put a fried egg on top. But I've never had egg fried rice.
We've eaten egg with like those.
I've never had specifically egg fried rice. It's so good. It's such a good sized bowl as well. Thank you. I can feel my energy coming back to me. I've never had a Chinese before. I've never had Chinese takeaway now. Well, they don't do a lot of vegetarian food as well, so that doesn't really help. Anyway, so my strat here, I want to play cleave last, because I want to gain some strength from something, and I want to hit them with as much as possible. Not an option here, so I'll just play it. I was dumb. I've done something very dumb, chat. So, remember when I said you have to hit them 3 times? I hit each of them like once, and didn't knock a single one down. Which is really dumb. So I'm going to play this explosive potion so I don't suddenly lose like all my health. And just accept the 5 strength I'm about to be given. No, I haven't even played that. So, you know our card... Have we not played it? Whenever you use... Oh, it's whenever you use HP from a card. Never mind. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else. You can get draw every time you take damage from a cube. Anyway, whatever. Enemy dead. That was a weird fight. Darkstone Pariapt. This is really nice. 6 max health whenever you get a curse. It's normally really good. Especially with that key that we just missed, but whatever. I'd rather go to a shop and get a card than a relic, which seems weird. Apotheosis. Ooh. Could take that and then cut out the other card. I rather like Apotheosis. It's quite good. Okay, in which case, I'm going to remove armaments. Am I? We could keep it as just a basic block. I'm going to buy it, whatever. Upgrading every card when you can't upgrade like twice over? Sure. Like they don't actually add together, but you know what I mean. Double Rupture's pretty sick. 2 strength whenever 2 strength every turn? That sounds like a card. I'm going to take this because we've also got a few other power synergies. I'm going to take this because it's a nice block. I'm actually going to leave armaments in, because we might not even draw Apotheosis. We have 18 cards, and we'd ideally want to kill every enemy in 5 turns, or under. So I'm going to leave it in, and also we don't have any blocks, so this gets upgraded to, like, slightly better than that. What does it get upgraded to? Is it just 7? Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of a basic block. That is just a 5 block. Never mind, cut that boy out of here. I don't want that. 5 block? That's not worth my time. Waffle's quite nice. Whenever you enter shop, gain 15 health. We have so much health. We should be spending so much more. I'm going to take Thorns. Thorns is nice. A little bit extra damage against enemies. Gain 1 artifact. I don't care about that. The rest of these are sort of meh, but I will take Anger. Because we have a big deck, we have quite a bit of draw now. And we have a lot of things that synergize with having cheap or free cards. And we really like having an extra attack. So I'm going to take that. These I don't care about. We have too much health at this point. Like, I don't think we're in any trouble of dying outside of boss fights. Oh, it's just so good. I'm going to choose a card, I guess. Artifact potions are fantastic. Oh, Flame Barrier is so good. As is Battle Trance down there. There's some good cards here, chat. So Battle Trance is really good. 3 draw. It's just 3 draw, basically. True Grit's really good as well. Because exhausting might seem like a downside, like removing a card from your deck. But obviously, you know, you can exhaust, like, burns and stuff. But it lets you exhaust stuff that you don't need. So say you're just looking to rush down the enemy. You can play this and then exhaust a block card, so you're more likely to draw attacks. You've never beaten the game. I would recommend looking into... Oh, you don't need Artifact to beat the game. You just need to hit the enemy a lot. What sort of runs do you normally build? I'm going to take Battle Trance for even more draw, or Flame Barrier is really nice. I'm going to take Flame Barrier. We're going for perfects here. Flame Barrier is really nice. And I will offer to remove a card, because there's definitely something we don't want anymore. I don't know what it is yet, but there will be something that we don't want. Iron Wave's starting to look a little weird. Second Wind's looking a little meh. Yeah. Alright. Get out of here, Iron Wave. Do I want to cut Iron Wave or Second Wind? I'm going to cut Second Wind. Iron Wave at least works towards Shuriken. You play a bunch of Magic the Gathering, but you have to play way more passive in this game. Yeah, this game you actually have to block, like, a lot. So we have 5 energy. This thing's going to draw for us, so let's play that. Because of this. First time you lose health, draw 3 cards. We can overblock using ghostly armor, but let's see if we can just kill him. How much does Carnage do? 30? This draws 15. Can we do enough damage? No, we didn't draw any block, so that's okay. We'll just ghostly armor. And he will die on our spike. No, he won't die on our spikes, but he'll be nearly dead. You just hit him with a cleave. You go Ironclad and try to synergize whatever you can, but your long-term thinking isn't good. If you're having difficulty with long-term thinking, just think about the boss. Just think, how am I going to kill the boss? And usually the enemies in the floor will take care of themselves. Yeah, sure. Like, on Ascension 0, as in if you're playing on the difficulty where you've never beaten the game, the regular floor fights aren't too hard, outside of the start of Act 2. Like, these fights here are pretty tough. Well, actually, all of floor 2 is pretty hard. Because it's at that sort of, like, at the start of the game you have no power, but the enemies are weak. At the end of the game you have a lot of power and the enemies are pretty strong, but usually not as strong. In the middle of the game it's sort of like the cutting point, where your strength could be anywhere, but the enemies are always quite tough. So I'd say the second floor is normally the hardest. If you have a lot of difficulty with second floor elites, you can just path around them. They are always AoE. Like all the floor 2 fights, all the hard floor 2 fights require AoE. Is Watcher actually that much easier? I played it when it came out like twice or 3 times, and I think I won, excluding the first time. Anyway, this boy is the only non-AoE fight, but he's probably also the easiest one. Unfortunately, we drew our flame barrier on the turn where he's not hitting us multiple times. Normally he does like 2 times 10 or so, I don't remember what he does, but he normally hits you multiple times, so if you have thorns, he gets trashed. So I'm going to play Apotheosis, because it's free. Well, it's not free, but I like using it, because it's fun, mostly. We'll Inflame, because it makes Flame Barrier free. That's pretty sick. Pommel Strike. What do we want to do here? Definitely Flame Barrier. That's easy. Definitely Brutality. That's easy. Wild Strike. Hit him. Good. The bosses always seem to have another stage. What do you mean? There's one boss in the game that has another form. Can we kill him? We might be able to. This makes something free. I love... Rupture is so nice with Mummified Hand and Apotheosis. Because it's a card that always costs 0, basically, if you have Apotheosis. And it makes something else free, and it's a nice little power in of itself. Let's just hit him a few times and see how his health's looking. Don't be afraid... If you're also dying or, like, losing a lot, don't be afraid of taking stuff that you normally would never take. Like, if you never take something because it says, like, you take damage, consider it. Watcher isn't really that easy, but there's some powerful combos you get a lot. Okay. You just have to, like, play the game a lot. Like, some bosses just require you to remember how he works. Twin Strike's really nice. We have a lot of strength gain, and it hits twice. So if we had a lot of strength, this can be do a lot of damage. I don't really want to double up on Brutality, because we have enough draw now. And it doesn't... I don't think this stacks. Like, you don't take 1 health from one Brutality and then 1 health from the other. You just take -2. So it's not like it procs Rupture. Like, it's not like using this would give us double... Alongside this Brutality would give us... Bam, 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 bam. It would just be -2 health. So I'm just going to take Twin Strike. I'm over-explaining. This is a mobile game yet. No, but I'm pretty sure they are working on it. This is quite an easy little decision here. We hit the enemy and hope he doesn't screw us too hard. He makes all your cards cost random amounts, which can be quite tough. It's kind of random, as you'd expect. There's no way to fully block, but he's not actually an elite, so that doesn't really matter. Twin Strike is free. We could play Brutality to make something else free, even though it's really expensive. And we got Iron Wave, so that's fine. He's going to hit us, take a little bit of damage. He's going to take a bit more damage from Hourglass. We're now drawing more than we can play, which is always quite nice. Both Ruptures were free, and Inflame. So even though he's making stuff cost a bunch, we're making them free. So that's pretty sick. Gonna hit him, and hit him, and hit him, and we're good. What's this boy? Akabeko. Your first attack each combat does 8 more damage. Yo, what? That's a new. Oh, I haven't seen that. Egg fried rice. It's so good. I was so hungry. Did I have breakfast today? Yeah, I had a bowl of cereal at like the start of the Sims game. Hmm. Hey lads. Yeah, it's weird. I loved The Sims 1. I enjoyed that an insane amount. And I used to play The Sims 2 a bunch when I was tiny. So I was kind of surprised to find that I wasn't enjoying it as much this time. It might have just been the crashes. It seemed a bit slow and just not as fast, honestly. As stupid as that is to say. I was enjoying how fast-paced the Sims 1 was. How we were basically just like zooming through the game. So many like fun little events were happening. It's on Switch, which is the closest equivalent. Like this game. White Beast statue. Potion's always a... Oh, is that not a rare relic anymore? It's uncommon now. You used to be able to get this from bosses. I guess it's not a boss relic anymore. Oh, I've locked this. Moo. I have to like defeat a normal event. I have to like beat a normal run, do I? Oh, Eternal Feather. Is that not a boss relic either? This also used to be a boss relic. Every 5 cards heal 3, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Sims 2 just seemed less fun than Sims 1, which was really weird because I thought the game would have so much more content. Ooh, that's brutality. Shrug. Ooh, double rupture. Oh yeah. So we are now slapping some enemy very hard. I'm gonna hit you. Drawing a bunch. I'm gonna slap him again. We're just gonna hit them very hard, I think. Yeah, we're this run is a little powerful, I'll be perfectly honest. See this twin strike? Scales very well with strength. Like if you're new to the game and you play a little bit, you might think the only strength scaling card is Heavy Blow or whatever it's called, which is a card for Ironclad that's like a big old greatsword, and it's like scales with strength, like it says it on there. In fact, like anything that does damage scales with strength, so anything that does damage multiple times scales really well. So like Sword Boomerang and Twin Strike are actually extremely good. This does 24 now. You might have thought maybe you should play in Flame first, but I think you're thinking too hard because the Carnage does 50. Omamori. I don't want to take that, which seems dumb. Normally you want to take all of the relics you find, but I want curses because I want to get points, and I don't care that much. So I'm going to ignore that relic completely and just move on with my life. So what is it? The first attack does 8 more damage. So normally that's just 8. But if we were to play a Twin Strike... Oh. If we were to play a Twin Strike, that would technically do 16. I'm assuming, because it would do 8 times 2. Anyway, we just want to hit this enemy until he dies. Let's keep Ghostly Armor in our deck. If you don't play Ghostly Armor, as it's an ethereal card, if you don't play it, it will disappear until the end of combat. Flame Barrier is really nice. He does damage multiple times, so Thorns hits him multiple times. It's all good. He also has this weird effect where whenever you hit him, he gains more and more block that scales. So I think you just have to hit him with large hits. I don't exactly remember the way to do it. But like this Flash of Steel's a waste. You know? It'll deal 3, but then he'll gain 3 blocks. So we want to hit him for like quite a bit and draw. Carnage would have been nice, but that's fine. Let's break his block with this Flash of Steel, and then hit him with this nice Hemokinesis. At the end of the turn now, he'll lose all his block, and then he'll hit me and take a bunch of damage because of my Thorns and my Flame Barrier, so that's good. Liquid Bronze, even more Thorns would be so nice in this boss fight. Let's dump this Elixir. I guess they brought that back. Elixir was in the beta and then they took it out. I guess they brought it back. Lose all my gold. I think we can kill them. We do a bunch of damage on turn 1. Yeah, I think we're fine. Let us draw, just in case it's a strength up. Okay, so we're going to hit... What does this do? This does 39. This does 44. Well, let's hit him for 44 then, I suppose. Let's also draw with Hemokinesis and exactly kill him. 27 damage. Alright, I'm pretty glad I did this fight. I wish I could kill him without using my pen nib, but there's not really much option. So we're actually nearly at max health, and enemies are now weak on the first turn. Let's see what potion we get. Twin Strike's nice, another one. And now we just want to add, like, flame barriers, I guess. No. I wish we'd bought the potion belt earlier. I didn't think it would matter, and I forgot actually it's quite good. If we're going for perfects, having the extra block is going to matter more, but we're more likely to take damage on the boss when he does 50 damage with his hyper beam. In which case, killing him before he does that matters more. And that strength might end up being like another 40 damage over a fight. So I'm going to take that over a thorns, actually. We don't need 2 thorns. Here's a similar fight to the one we just found. Definitely going to start with an inflame. Definitely going to start with a rupture. We could cleave everyone for 24? 27? Oh, it does more than I thought. I didn't even like really do the maths. I just added like a little bit on. No one cares when Pointy dies. Poor Pointy. We're going to kill him with 30. You normally kill the guy at the back because he will ensnare you for a turn in like a couple turns, so you can only block. Or you can't attack at least. Apotheosis doesn't matter anymore, so we'll just block. And we will kill you with Carnage. And then hit you to death. Yeah, so our character's quite strong right now, I would argue. All attacks are now automatically upgraded. Oh! Okay, so in the past, this bar at the top, it didn't have a scrolling feature. So if you got too many relics, they would just squish down all the icons so you could fit them. That's kind of cool. Anyway, draw's really good. Drawing and exhausting's pretty nice. I'm going to go for draw. I know we wanted block, but this is like almost like block, in a way. Tiny chest. Every 4th room was a treasure chest. That's new. That used to be like a tiny % greater chance to get treasure chests. Searing Blow isn't very good. Clothesline is nice. Weakening's pretty good, but it's quite expensive. Body Slam's meh in this combat at least. Like we get a little strength out of Shuriken. It's sort of like a little weak free attack. I'm going to take Shrug It Off though, because it's an excellent block card. And then I'm going to take some potions for this fight. Alright, so he's negated both of our debuffs, because he has like this clockwork thing on him. Or the artifact. So he's not vulnerable. Let's start with an Inflame. We're probably going to hit him with Twin Strike, because that's going to do the most, but let's draw and see what we get. I think we do want to do that. Then we hit him for a lot. Then we draw with Hemokinesis. Then I think we can use Brutality. Cleave is fine, gain a little bit of strength. Hit him again. Do we want to keep Ghostly Armor in the deck? Next turn, something gets hit for a lot, like double damage. Maybe with like a Twin Strike. Or we could hit him with a Pommel Strike that does 28. I'd say let's hit him. Yes, that's okay. We did draw all our blocks that turn though. What does Unknown me? What do you mean? On here? Where is Unknown? Oh, as in we don't know what he's doing. It means he's like summoning or he's doing something. Like we just don't know. Although it's set in stone. Like the enemies have predictable patterns usually. Like they have a move set that they're likely to use. Looks like this turn we're playing a lot of powers. That's fine. We want to draw. I think we're immediately going to take damage. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, maybe actually. Oh no, we left Iron Wave in the deck, so we're not. Okay, sick. Alright. So, because we drew enough block, he's going to take quite a bit of Thorns. 10? 20. He's taking 20 damage from Thorns this turn. Look at this. I don't care about that going. That's really good. Anger I don't mind either. That's pretty lucky. He's doing 8, which we can block with a Shrug. That's fantastic. I think we want to hit the boss until he dies. That seems like the sort of strategy that I'd normally kind of like to go for, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to block just so I don't lose the perfect against this enemy, and then hit the boss until his health bar approaches 0. It'd be interesting if there's occasionally a fight you could just ignore. What do you mean? There's events. There's events you can ignore where it's like, do you want to do this combat? And you can say no. There's normally a downside, but sometimes there's not. Can we block? This is... Well, this blocks 8. Or can we kill him? He has 98 health. With 3 attacks off Pen Nib, we could draw anything next turn. This would do 25. Actually, hang on, let's get the old calculator out. Can we just kill him this turn, maybe? We can do 22 plus 16 plus 25 plus 18. So we can guarantee to do 81 damage. Right? And we could potentially draw a better attack that might do a lot more. Yeah, there's also a smoke bomb, yeah. The option to attack and option not to attack. That's what you thought unknown meant. Alright. I mean, there's some there's a elite on the first floor where you can choose not to hit him for a few turns, and you can like build up your own powers. But yeah, no, the game is meant to be like you have to fight your way up the floors. Like in the regular combat. So you can plan for them. You can choose not to fight a combat by just not going to it, like going to a shop or something. But then you don't get any cards and your deck doesn't get any better. Anyway, can we block this turn? They're doing 16 plus 20, which is 36, right? Yeah, so they're doing 36. We can block for 15 plus 8 plus 5. Or that plus 15. So we can definitely block for enough. It's whether or not we can kill him next turn if we block for enough. And the answer is possibly. I mean, we can kill him, so there's actually 8 less damage being happening. Alright, now we actually have to do the maths again. Because now we have a free attack in our hand. And we're approaching pen nib. I think we can kill him. I think it's not unlikely. So what did we say he had? 98 health. So let's do 19 plus 25. And then 60. I think we can kill him, yeah. Because this will get double damage from pen nib. Okay, we got him. Basic maths. It's basic maths, and I don't want to be off by 1. That's why I'm checking. That was nice. Oh, they buffed Berserk. Yo, they really buffed Berserk. This used to be really bad. Bludgeon's always so nice to see, but it doesn't scale with what we need. Anyway, we're definitely taking Immolate. Immolate's really nice. Yeah. Cost 2, we have a bunch of strength, we have a bunch of energy, it's all pretty good. Quick maths. Sacred Bark, this is new. Double the effectiveness of potions. No. I don't care about that. Philosopher's Stone's really nice. More strength is always really nice, and it's so... Like, this used to be all enemies have 2 strength, and you'd still take it sometimes. Although not that often, but you'd still take it sometimes. 1 strength isn't that big of a deal, especially now we're going on to the 3rd floor, where not that many enemies are hit multiple times. But, whenever you lose HP, draw a card is kind of our thing right now. Basically having infinite card draw. What do we want more, really? Taking more damage and a bit more energy? Or card draw? Sacred Bark has good synergy with White Beast. So, it's not like how we're going to win, though. We're not winning with potions. We currently win by hitting the enemy until they die. So, I'd say we want to hit the enemy more. Because it's not until we die. That's the downside, is until we die. We hit the enemy until they die. 5 energy is so strong. 6 energy on turn 1. Alright. 2 elites on the right. 2 elites on the left. We can kind of go wherever we want then, as long as we path into an elite at the end. So we can't go here. We can't go here, I guess. We have a lot of money, so maybe we want to go towards a merchant. There's some easy combats here to get a few more relics. And like a bunch of shops. Or we could just hit 3 shops. I really like the idea of hitting 3 shops. Let's go this way. These enemies are normally a massive pain, but I think we can deal with them with the deck we have. So let's try and work our way up the chart here. Gain a lot of strength so we can one-shot you. Hopefully. 30. We can kill you, I think, right? 18. Okay, you can die. And then we carnage you. Combat over. Kunai off. We're not blocking that much, but it is nice to have something else that synergizes with attacks. It makes our blocks better the more we hit, basically. It's the same as Shuriken, but instead of gaining strength, you gain dex. It's the Conniver's Kunai. Ooh, upgrading 2 random skills. That's not bad. The fan's pretty nice. A little bit of extra block. Starting elite combat with 2 strength, that's pretty nice as well. Would we cut any cards? Might cut Evolve. Not really playing Evolve. Would you buy any what is this? Duplication Potion. Fairy in a bottle. That's better. That used to be plus 10 health. Anyway. I think we want to get Combust's really nice. Why don't we just buy everything? Upgrade 2 random skills. 2 of the best ones. Fantastic. A little bit extra block. A little bit extra strength. I really like Combust. Who are we fighting? Time Lord. Time Lord's nice, because this is an attack. This is a card you play once that gives an effect for the whole fight, and we have a ton of health. That's good. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go to the next place and see if there's something a bit better. We could remove Evolve, but I want to keep our money and see if we get something better. No refunds unless you leave and come back, then you can try again. I guess so. What are you doing? 8? Well, we have 10 block on turn 1. Did we get the anchor? How long have we had that? Oh, we've had it forever. Oh, and it greys out when you use it. Okay. Anyway, this hit does 8 more, so let's do whatever does the most. This does 42? Sure. Then let's hit him and draw. And then let's hit him. And then let's hit him. We're very strong. Vapor Frog is so good. Because we're vulnerabilizing every enemy on turn 1, then I'll take even more damage on turn 1. Gaining energy, I think I'd rather have the Fire Potion. This is really nice to deal with like those Thorn enemies. I don't really want to have to deal with them now. Or this guy, that counts as 20 blocks. This enemy's really cool. His thing is that he does a lot of damage for 5 turns, scaling up, in like up and up and up. He'll do like 70 or something. But to block, you hit him. Like you can block normally, but you can also hit him for damage, and he'll do less. So like, for example, I could like cleave. Now he's not doing anything, and we can just play powers. I'm not gonna. We're not gonna kill him. We're not gonna try and kill him at least. Why do you want to slay the spire? What did the church do to you? Good question. What didn't the church do? That sounds weird, doesn't it? That sounds really quite weird. We don't need to play anything else. I wonder if we could have killed him. I don't think so. Apotheosis is pretty nice here. I didn't even really do the maths, but I'm just kind of assuming we can get to enough damage if we just hit him a few times. Yeah. Well, this makes something free. Trigger it? Sure. Oh, we get... Oh, because we upgraded it, we can choose. So normally True Grit is random, but if you upgrade it, it lets you choose what to annihilate. So I'm going to cut out Ghostly Armor. I should also remember, he actually has 5 less strength than it seems because of Combust always doing 5 damage. He's doing only 58? Okay. We want to be pretty exact with this then. Because I want to get Pen Nib up for next turn. So let's just not do anything. Can we do this without losing Pen Nib? No, probably not. So let's just not worry about it. Took you 2 cans of tomatoes out of our shop and replaced it with frozen mangoes and carrots. Oh no! Also, hello. Blue candle. They really wanted us to go down the curse path, didn't they? We should have done it, maybe. Ooh, ink bottle. Whenever you play 10 cards, draw a card. Sick. What do we want here? Disarm's so good. Oh, Pummel's really good as well. This hits 5 times, so it scales 5 times with your strength. That. Thunderclap's nice because we have good vulnerabling. And these I don't really... I mean... Drawing is fine, I guess. Sure. Maybe instead of the random attack, we want to take a block card or a dex. Let's take a dex. Permanent dexterity is kind of nice. And then we move on. Maybe the next shop will be a bit better. It's like literally right there. Oh, we have Dreamcatcher. So resting lets you add a card. That's kind of nice. Headbutt's okay. Intimidate's fine. Warcry's fine. But we're fighting a boss that doesn't want us to play a lot of cards, so... Oddly smooth stone's nice. Yeah. I'm kind of happy with that. Any more shops? No. So you might as well spend like a lot of money. The only chance we'll get a shop now is on nothing. There's no random. So there's no more shops. Make it so every skill's upgraded? Cut a card? I'm going to cut evolve. I don't think it's helping. Reduce the cards of all to 1. I'm going to get draw. Oh, fire breathing. What have they done to this? Whenever you draw a status or curse card, deals 6 to all enemies. Whoa, they really buffed fire breathing. It only took them like 4 years. Hello, Woods. That's really nice. We should have gone curses. Oh well. That's really good now. Okay then. Let's take True Grit. Maybe we should have bought that Toxic Egg and then True Grit, but whatever. And then a second Apotheosis. We have so much draw. I think it actually... And a little draw. We have so much draw, it makes up for the fact that we have a dead card. Because 2 Apotheosis is useless, but it doubles the chance that you're going to draw it. So by maths, we should draw 1 by like 3 turns, right? We just skip that combat because I want to see if we get something good here. Another block's pretty nice. Fire breathing is good now. It shreds sentries. Yeah, that sounds solid. Oh, yeah, because the sentries are constantly throwing status into your hand. That's so good. Alright. Oh, Flame Barrier is nice. Let us start with... Oh, we could hit him and then draw a bit. No, we can't. Because we draw more whenever we take damage, but we have 10 blocks. So that's not going to work. I guess Hemokinesis would work for that. Let's Rupture. That's Brutality. Flame Barrier. Let's hit this enemy with Hemokinesis. Yeah, I want to get rid of the Spiker. I don't want to deal with him. We have a lot of energy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's play all of them. Can I kill you? Okay, now I want to Carnage you. I just don't want to deal with him at all. Thunderclap to get rid of his little thing so we can hit him a bit more, or just hit him for a lot? I'm going to hit him for a lot. And then hopefully kill him next turn. The boot's quite nice here. Right, 6. So Cleave will kill both of them. Oh, sorry. Cleave will kill him and do a lot of damage to him, and that finishes the job. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. We have a lot of these, apparently. Pretty sick. Oh, this enemy shouldn't be too bad. He might even give us a curse, if we ask very nicely. Let's chuck power... Let's chuck 2 grit, actually. And then let's hit the enemy with our weapon until his health bar goes a bit lower. He's not doing a lot, but we can do 35 times 2. So let's do that. Ancient T-set's pretty nice. We might want to cut that fire potion for something better at this point, because it's not that likely we're going to run into spikes that matter. Apotheosis on turn 1's always kind of nice. So we can start our little chain here. Let's draw a little bit more with Hemokinesis. Let's Rupture. Let's hit the enemy with our attack. No, wait, we want to play this. This enemy, I forgot. This enemy has a mechanic where the more cards you play, the more damage he takes. It's Tangela, yeah. And we want that, because he's also vulnerable, so he takes even more damage. So I'd say we want to play this free attack. Then we want to draw. And then play another thing for free. And then hit him for 25 times 5. Seems pretty good. Not a bad turn 1, doing like what? 350 damage or so. So you want to start with your free power. You want to start with your shrug. Start with your brutality. And then hit him repeatedly until his health bar approaches 0. Ah, True Grit, we can cut wound. Sick. That was lucky. What do we want to do here? Can we kill him? Probably, right? We're approaching Pendib, so I'd rather kill him... what am I saying? I'd rather kill him without using that, if possible. This is doing 39. You know, let's not fuss with it too much. Let's just hit the enemy a lot. I love the giant. Oh, Bag of Prep's nice. More card on turn 1. Stilled Chaos. Play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. Eh? I don't really care about any of these. Havoc's normally quite nice, but we don't need them. Metallicise is okay, but it doesn't really fit. Hey Rathalos. I'm okay, thank you. Impervious is good. I'll definitely add that. Even though I'd rather have draw, because we want to try and get that perfect. So if it maybe blocks one attack from that boss, that would be pretty sick. So, first attack does more damage. Let's use this AoE attack that does 28 to every enemy. And then hit every enemy with an attack. Righto. Cut that. Weak potion's really good. Bottled lightning. Let's always start with Apotheosis. That seems pretty good. Because this is for the boss, right? We get a rest and get one more card. Oh, uppercut or battle trance? Oh, uppercut. Definitely uppercut, actually, right? Now, I've got 2 Apotheosis because we have excess card draw and energy. And I wanted to increase the chance of drawing it. Uppercut's so good. We have Paper Frog. Alright, gain ourselves some dex. Play ourselves our Rupture? No. Sims Machine broke. Yeah, I kept dying, so I just gave up. Let's hit the boss for some damage. 43. Seems pretty good. Draw a little bit. Gain a power. Draw a little bit. I'm like happy to use up. So this boss has a cool mechanic where every 12 cards you play, your turn gets ended. So it's bad for combo decks, but right now we're just setting up, so I'm not too worried. So I'm just going to hit him a few times. I want to try and get a few more shuriken procs, so I'm going to hit him. Oh, I should have looked at that. I didn't even see we had Pendant coming up. Okay. So we're going to have 3 cards for next turn, which is pretty good. We're drawing so much. It's so good. So he's doing, what? 36. Well. Ooh, there's a few ways we could do this. But I'm just going to do it the easy way, which is to play Impervious. Alright, now I think we just want to play powers. So we don't have to worry about them anymore, so... That works. Well, I could hit him. No, that doesn't even do much damage. He's got so much block up. I could play this. He would take 30, I think, right? No, a bit less than 30. He'd take a little bit less than 30 from Thorns, but it doesn't matter. Gaining strength's better here. So he's doing 45 exactly? I didn't do the maths, but it worked out. You're having ramen. Oof. I had ramen for the first time somewhat recently. Chris made me some. So disarm is so good. Look at this. Look at this like uncommon skill. You go, boop. Now he does less damage for the whole fight. It's nuts. I want to have like a lot of those cards in this deck. So we don't care about Apotheosis. It's just a dead card, and that's okay. We're going to uppercut because it's very strong. We're going to shrug to block. I'm going to hit him with this attack. 19 times 5, eh? So I'm now betting on the fact we can kill him next turn, which might be impossible. When you take him below half health, he stops for a turn to like heal back to half. So maybe we should have left that in our deck, but I'm kind of hoping we can kill him this turn. We have a lot of cards to kill him. I'm pretty sure this boy's toast. He's gone. GG. Did we manage to perfect all of... No, wait, you didn't perfect the first boss, did we? Yeah. Run with egg. Ooh. Do you like your eggs runny? That's not that good. That was like an hour-long run. That was pretty fun, though. Alright. You deal 1,000 damage. We could have... Where are we missing points out? I like to get at least over 1,000, but that's like the minimum I want to look for. Oh yeah, you get... I forgot. You get bonus points for getting a multiple of the same card. We probably could have perfected more things, maybe? No. No, it was just the boss. It was the first boss we needed to try and perfect, but I don't think we could have. Beyond elites. Did we only find one elite in that floor? That might have lost us a couple points, like 10. Yeah, I think we might have lost a few points just from not slaying enough enemies. Oh, I don't know. We just needed, like, curses. We should have gone for the curse build, but that's okay. 1,000 points isn't bad. See you, Ryan. Poaching is so good. Alright, cool. Let's do a standard silent run. I haven't played silent in a while. This will be quite fun. Alright, so now we're playing hard mode. This is Ascension 15. This is where the game used to end, but now it goes up to Ascension 20 as of like a year or two ago. It's quite hard. Apparently I haven't beaten this. I don't know if I haven't beaten it because I haven't tried, or because I just stopped playing at this point, but... The game's a lot harder now, and everything does more damage, and we have less everything. And we get less resources. So we need to think carefully about what we're doing, and take a while on this run. Or just die. There's like a pretty good chance we just die and have to restart. Such as Ascension. If you're very good, I think Ascension 15 you can actually win like 90% of your runs, but you need to be very good. So here's Hexaghost again. Luckily we're playing as the Silent, so blocking is kind of our thing. So maybe we want to go towards like a kind of block heavy build early on. We'll see what we get. That's bad. The potions are good for fighting elites, so if we want to try and get some more relics. Random rare card could be Wraith Form. Or we could lose this. I'm going to go for Wraith Form. That's Alchemize. Alchemize isn't very good. That's okay. All bosses means you get like no money when you kill a boss, whereas in a normal fight you get like a bunch. We want to kill a lot of elites, but we also want to build up a lot of cards so we can kill those elites, because by default, we can't do anything. This deck sucks. Like, the starting deck for the Silent is very bad. Doesn't it kill your dexterity for 2 rounds of intangible? Yeah, Wraithform's the best card in the entire game. It literally wins you the run if you have it. It's, like, that good. I don't even know if they nerfed it. Like, you know, I've been talking about how they, like, changed a bunch of stuff since I last played. I'm pretty sure they haven't changed Wraithform. Anyway. What are we doing here? By the way, it's 2 rounds of intangible, but you upgrade it for 3, and also you can kill the enemy on the 4th, so technically you take no damage for 4 turns, and most fights last for 5, so... It's one card that basically makes you invulnerable for most combats. And you can have multiple of them. They stack, and you can get the intangible event, and you can get stuff that doesn't matter about decks, so like After Image. It's very, 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 very strong. Or you can just not play it, and you can hold on to it with a relic or a card and just play it when the enemy does a lot of damage. It's not even good if you're lucky. You can just throw it into anything. Like, Wraithform is bonkers. Like, the game... Half the game is blocking, and it removes that half of the game, so you can attack. But the game's balanced, so you're meant to be half blocking, half attacking. So if you're attacking all that time, you see where, like, the imbalance comes out. It's very, very good. And it used to be much better. It used to be, like, 4 or 5. Or, like, 3 and 4. I don't remember. Anyway, we want to do these early combats here to try and maybe go up to these elites, get a few upgrades. I'm not going to do a heart fight because it's tough. Dexterity's good, but if the enemy's dead, it doesn't matter how much block you have. What do we want to do here? We want to block for 8, definitely, so cut a defend. And I don't really want to take any damage, but you kind of have to on Ascension, I think. Take a little bit. You don't want to. You don't want the damage to add up, but it does. So if we block here, kill him with this, and then neutralize you, we'll only take 1 again. Would you ever make a tutorial for YouTube like you did with TF2? Probably not. The game... You get better at the game by just playing it a lot, or watching people play it a lot. It's very hard just to make a tutorial beyond just the basic sort of stuff I'm telling you about, where it's like, here are cards that are probably useful in this deck right now, or these are the sort of basic strategies to go for. Anyway, we want to do damage. These cards all suck, but also it's the first combat, so Flying Knee is sort of the best option we have right now. It's not that good, honestly, but again, first combat, you kind of just got to take what you have. And like, this is just the first floor, so I'm not really going to think too hard about how I'm fighting the enemies. I'm just going to... Oh, Ghost in a Jar is fantastic. Oh, look. What are we going to do here? Block. If we had Intangible, we could have not blocked and had a bunch of spare energy, so I guess that doesn't matter so much there. You get the point I'm making, hopefully, though. It's good to not have to block. Bap. This is the other one of the best cards in the game, and I don't know why it's... I still don't know why it's, like, common. It's so, so good. We want this, though. We want damage. But this is really, really, really good. This is another thing that goes well with Intangible, because it blocks damage, but it doesn't matter about your dexterity. So we didn't take that, because we need damage. Like, there's backstab, bam, enemy down. Can we kill you? You sort of have 21 health. We can do 12 plus 8. So we can do 20. We can leave you on 1 health and take 6. Let's not do that. Let's just hit you, wait next turn, and hit him again. Those little, like, maggot enemies, they have a mechanic where the first time you hit them, they get block, which is the little number next to it. So ideally, you either want to kill them through the block, or wait a turn. Like, hit them with anything and then wait a turn. Endless Agony's nice, because it's 8 damage for nothing. I guess that's sort of it, isn't it? 8, okay. We have some okay damage now, so now I'm willing to start being a bit pickier. Do we want to go in any particular... We said we wanted to go left, didn't we? I like this early shop, though, because we could... I don't think we can afford relics. I feel like I played it on the Switch, and they made it so shops always cost the same. Because as what I remembered was that items have, like, tiers of prices, and they'd vary by, like, 20 gold or something. And I was pretty sure when I played it on the Switch, stuff was just priced at, like, 150, 300, whatever. I'm actually going to go this way. I think we can take an elite. Can we? No. Let's go to the shop and buy something, like a card. Oh, they're not set. Okay. I was wrong right then. Weird. Anyway, we could cut a card. We could cut, like, a basic block, but it's a bit early for that. Are you going for the heart kill? No. Cloak and Dagger's pretty sick. What we're fighting? Hexaghost. Dash is fantastic at this point. How about you take a little dash piercing well? I like that. Now I'm feeling pretty happy about our block situation, as you should be. Cutting a card, pretty good. Let's cut a basic block now because we've got quite a few other better blocks, and I don't really want to draw it that much. Upgrading backstab's pretty nice. Upgrading dash is wonderful. Upgrading flying knee makes it 12 damage for 0, which is very good. It's sort of like having another backstab. But neutralize upgrade is it's gonna save our life on this if we indeed don't die immediately. Nope. Okay, so he's now weakened next turn because of the upgrade we just got. It's very good. Do you want to go for a power? What powers would even help us? I don't know. Ooh, new mouse. What mouse did you buy, RNG? Hey man. Hey RNG and Antondi. So let's hit him with our weapons to lower his health and then take 12. Can we even kill him in the next few turns if we don't? We can do 16. 16 plus 8. Maybe. Let's block. If you can kill him in a few turns after you do that, I think you're not too bad off. What are we going to draw next turn? We're going to draw 8 damage. I hate blocking against this enemy, but I have confidence that we might be able to kill him. And I feel like that's sometimes just how you have to play Ascension, is just be a bit like, maybe, you know? Alright, bam. 11. Surely we can do 11 damage next turn. We can't. Oh my word. Oh me, oh me, oh my. 1 health. Well, we did take a gamble, didn't we? Anything else would have worked. You gotta have it. What is a habit? Hello, RGB gamer. I always turn off the RGB. Like, I've got a 2013 Death Adder, but I've got the RGB turned off. Oh, pear. Ooh. Ooh, pear. Pear's okay. Poison Stamp's not bad. Tiny little bit of scaling. Gets rid of Artifact. Works nicely on this boss. We had difficulty doing damage here, so it's another basic attack that does damage. That might be a bad decision, but we'll take it for now and just see how we feel. We need to be using these powers, honestly. Oh, here you go, look, Piercing Whale. Common card, blocked for 12. That's like it's like a really easy use for it. So let's hit the enemy with our attack. We have no block. Let's play a power and see if... Oh, After Image. Well, we definitely should have played that earlier. Oh well, my mistake. Alchemize to get a block card? Deflect or draw a better thing. Alright. Gamble, 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 gamble. It worked. I mean, it didn't really work. But we did a little bit more damage. You have no idea what it is, you just like the look of it on Amazon. Your mouse doesn't have RGB, but it's wireless and $60. Do you like wireless mice, chat? Don't you get upset about having to like recharge them? Or like how you can't really know what they're connected to? £12, eh? I think we're gonna die. Like, here. If we even live this fight. I've been playing just like a little haphazardly. I've been trying though. They're good for playing games on the sofa on your laptop. Pretty good use case. I used to have a wireless one, but the scroll wheel and left click broke. They generally use batteries. Yeah, I used to use one like years and years and years and years ago. Like 2011, and I really hated it. Like constantly having to really put like new batteries in. Like in the middle of TF2, it would like randomly stop working in like the middle of a fight, and I'd be like, oh heck. I think we need a leg sweep. More weak, more block. Old coin? Sure. Just before the... Dead branch is nice. Dead branch is very nice. Can we even use it now? I don't know. I think we want this. Dead branch is useless right now. Well, three pricks. Oh, 4 things proc it, actually. 5 things. We don't want it. We have no ways to exhaust. But this, or cutting a basic attack, or block. We have a few options, right? We can take intangible and maybe not die. But we have to wait 6 turns to use it. Yeah. Yeah, that seems okay then. And now I've thought about it for a second. Not dying seems okay. Colorless card, upgrade all the things in your hand. I think we want to not die. So... Colorless cards, can they be block? Very rarely. They're not going to be very good block though. Let's say the poison potion helps us kill the boss a turn faster. Used to use a Logitech Pro wireless. It was pretty good aside from the double click issue. You now use it for your laptop. It has good battery life and no delay. Sounds good. The battery on your old one was like 2 years. Oh, that's not too bad though. Probably because it was broken. You had to replace the battery on a mouse every like 6 months and use it a lot. Wireless mice have got a lot better since the old days of having to recharge every hour and getting random disconnects. Oh, I know. I've seen the videos of like the Logitech mice now that are like better than wired mice. Somehow, which kind of confuses me. But like, I don't like I don't like wireless hardware that much. Like I like being able to plug in the mouse. You know? I know it sounds weird. I like tactile thing. I like everything being connected by like a physical wire that I can see and pull out if something goes wrong. Like, I don't like how you can't turn off your phone by taking off the back and pulling the battery out. Like, I know it sounds stupid. But I like knowing that electronics are basic and easy to piss around with. Which, thinking about it more, does sound pretty stupid, but you know what I mean. Like, I like wires. I like heavy mice too. I want this mouse to be I want this to be so heavy I could throw it at a wall and have it hit, like, break the wall. I like the fact that this Xbox controller, if I pull it out, it will stop being connected. I don't have to, like, fiddle around with the buttons and little switches, and I just yank it out, you know? I know I'm an old man, though. A new mouse pad. I don't even have a new mouse pad. Hang on, like, well, right now, look, I'm having an issue where I accidentally just touched my controller, so Spire uses it. I'm just gonna yank it out. Now I've yanked it out, it's not connected. And it won't randomly decide later to connect. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hey Tommy, my good friend. Good to hear you're doing good. Excuse me, my friends. Oh wait, I said I yanked it out. That doesn't mean Slay the Spire is going to understand that I want to use a mouse. There we go, I fixed it. Xbox controllers are weird. They like... Windows works too well with them, and it randomly, like, uses it as your mouse. Which I don't quite understand, but it does happen. 10 damage. We're gonna get a block. 5? Bap. We should put more attacks in this deck, clearly. We're drawing so many blocks. Sucker Punch kind of... Oh, Flechettes actually works. I was just complaining about how many blocks we have. We are probably going to die in this fight, I'll be perfectly honest. And that's okay, because we've given it our best. So let's remove everyone's artifact with a common card. And then let's work on this guy, because he has the least amount of health. We have to take 2. And we have to poison potion this one to even have a standard chance of killing it. You dislike this game, you will go. No worries, Festive. See you later. Are you talking about like a $50 RGB mousepad? Just get... I was going to say just get a QCK, but for whatever reason... Oh, Incense Burner. Oh, chat. We're so good. So, because we took this, these enemies are doing 2 damage instead of like 18 or whatever. That's so good. He's going to hit next turn. Or we could do this and then hit him with a basic attack to kill him. So I'm going to do that and accept that we just have to block him next turn. Used to hate wires because you would trip on them and wire management is a pain, but wires are cool. I like wires. Also, I like, I don't have one in my mech, but I really like the wires you get for keyboards that are like curly and braided. I think they look really sweet. Alright. We need to block. We have to build up your poison so you start dying. And then unfortunately I'm going to have to waste an endless agony on you, but that's okay. Wow, Tomu, I can't believe you ignored Android_Athalos. She's going to tell you about her awesome ramen. Wait, did you post on Discord about your ramen? Actually, I'm kind of interested. I want to see how everyone's like handling the food culinarily during this fine apocalypse that we're all living in. Also, we aren't dead. I can believe it. Well, believe it again. Ooh. Well, we're definitely going to hit him. We can do 10 damage to you, which won't kill you, so let's do the maths. What did I do? I'm in a sassy mood, Rathalos. Don't mind me. A very sassy mood. You reduced the 200 models to a single draw call, but the FPS only got worse. Oh, thread and needle. Oh, yet another thing that doesn't matter about dexterity with your block. Wowee, there's a lot of those. We don't have the energy to use acrobatics. Pastoral Stab sucks. Yeah. We're going to have to heal, aren't we? Just in case the next thing's a combat. Unless we want to just not do that. That's a point. We don't have to do that. We could just die on the boss fight anyway. Ooh. Poison Stab builds up a little better. Meant Tomu, but why? Got him. I think we want to take Leg Sweep upgraded, so we basically have like a good card once. Pocket Watch. Oh. Resting gives us 22 health, which means the boss will do a little bit more, but we can definitely block. And then after that point, we'll have more health to not die on the boss fight. Plus we have these... Okay. I've convinced myself to rest before the boss that you aren't meant to rest for. Hey, Flu Flight. Cool, we didn't draw our weak this turn, which is cool, because hopefully we'll draw one of them next turn, and if not, we will die, and that's okay. No, we won't. We have a Ghost in a Jar, so that's cool. So we hit the boss, and then we hit the boss, and then we hit the boss. Drawing this on that turn would also work. Hopefully any of these things will work. Sick. So I kind of wish we had that poison potion now, but we don't, so that's okay. We're going to hit the boss. What does this do? That does enough. And then I guess we'll just strike. We should have probably played Flechettes. I wasn't paying attention. 4 damage. We don't even have to block. God. Thread and Needle, Pocket Watch, Incense Burner? Are these all rare? Yeah, all 3 of these are rare relics. I mean, all 4 of these are rare relics. What's that? 4 rare relics in a row. What are the odds? They actually have, like, less chance of showing up than common or uncommon. They're all really good. God, it's so good. I should eat way more egg fried rice. So we don't actually have enough block this turn. So I'm going to use this. So now we do have enough. Play this so we have another potion. Strength potion's fine. And then hit, and then play nothing else. Because Pocket Watch drawing 3 more cards. 3 cards. I thought it was draw 2. 3 cards? That's incredible. My word. Okay. We're blocking this turn. So let's hit the boss. Build up a bit of poison. Weaken for next turn. And then 1 more attack. 8 damage, or 10 damage. That number is bigger. Playing with Pocket Watch is such an easy way to win, by the way. Incense Burner being on this turn is kind of annoying, but what can you do? We should have played Leg Sweep maybe, but he's weak for 5 turns. I don't think we're too worried. He's only doing 12, so we just have to dash, right? This is 2 damage, that's 12. This is 14 block. So there's enough block. There's a poison stab. Building up poison is so nice. Nightbot is trying his best, okay? We don't have enough block this turn, so we will Survivor away the burn, and now we do. This thing, and then we'll just play a regular old strike. See you later, Flu. Have fun with your writing. Alright, what are you doing? 3 times 6 is 18. So we have to use an actual block. So now we have 19 block. He's doing 18, but there's also a burn, so let's block just because I'm not sure. And let's not play neutralize because I want to draw a lot next turn. Okay, good thing we blocked because it would have taken 1 hit there. It would have removed our plated armor by 1. And also lost us the perfect that doesn't really matter, but mostly the plated armor. 6, we don't have to worry too much. We'll leg sweep to keep him weak. Hit him with a strike and then a free little neutralize on the end. We should be using this flex potion, by the way. Oh, it's called a flex potion now, not a steroid potion. Alright, this is the turn where we take an awful lot of damage. Apparently. Okay, we're going to drink the flex potion and hit the boss with it. And then drink this Ghost in a Jar potion. I wish we'd just gotten this. You know? We're going to take 1, 1, 1, 1. We're going to take 2 damage. And we're going to lose 2 plated armor, which really sucks. But Incense Burner. What a purchase. 1, 2. Can't play strike, that's fine. Wasn't even really thinking. Okay, hit it this turn. 1, 2, 3. Do we want to hit with another strike? Or do we want to draw every card? Can we kill him next turn if we don't? Because we've already taken damage, right? We can right now we can do 6. So right now you're actually on 19 minus 5, which I want to say is a number. I'm just going to double check because it's 14, isn't it? No, is it? These awful little maths questions you ask yourself and feel embarrassed about. 19 minus 5. It is 14. Okay, good. It's very embarrassing playing Slay the Spire sometimes. So he's on 14. We get him for 6, and he'll actually be on 8. But we'll only draw a few cards next turn and we might die. Whereas if we leave him on 14 and draw everything, we'll still have to kill him that turn or block. So I'm going to hit him. Alright, I think we're okay. We just wait for it to die of poison. Welcome to like all maths exams. It's like if you're allowed a calculator, we will check everything. That's why it's fun to play Slay the Spire, because we can all share in how silly we all are trying to calculate 19 minus 5. After Image? Definitely take After Image. This card's very good. What's Kite do now? Every time you discard a card... The first time you discard a card each turn, gain energy. That's way better than it used to be. That used to be like, discard a card every turn. Gain an energy, which was really bad. It was like 1 less card draw every turn for an energy, which is not worth it. Mostly. It's not usually worth it. What does Cage do? Still lose 2? Yeah? First time you discard a card, gain energy. Well, that's not actually that good. Well, we could just cut to 2 strikes or something. It kind of sucks, but cutting the strikes probably matters more, right? Basic strikes kind of suck. Show me how this works. I hate those, yeah. I never knew what they meant. I must have like missed that maths test or the maths lesson because I just had no idea what they meant by like prove. I know it's like really simple. You need a big brain to do well and it scares you. You really don't. This is Ascension. Like I'm purposely playing on hard mode. If you play just the normal base game, you can just piss around and you'll do fine. We're probably going to die on this floor, by the way. Second floor is, like, Nemesis. Piercing Well's very good. So we only need to block for 10. We only need to block for 8. Can we kill him? No. Well. Okay, so we could play no more cards and draw a bunch, or gain an energy. I'm going to choose 1 energy or 3 draw. Ugh. We have to kill him quickly, so I'm just going to hit him. I haven't done math in a month. I haven't done math since my like GCSEs. Unless you count that one module I had to do at university. Ooh, regen potion. Maybe I should have thought before drinking that. I got a bit excited. We might have wasted that. Yeah, we might have horribly wasted that regen potion. Oh well. Sometimes you need to think for 2 seconds before you do something. We got a little bit of health out of it. Did lose out on a little bit of health there, but whatever. No, I did that to save space, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh my word, we're getting a freely upgraded dagger spray. Fantastic. So this is the floor we need area of effect. We have nothing that does AoE. This is a very good AoE. 12 damage to every enemy. Is beautiful. Oh, Crippling Cloud as well. Okay. I think with Crippling Cloud and Caltrops... Cowed? Cowed. Those two, we're now set for a little bit with damage. Get jaxed. Special Relic on turn 1 to get 3 energy sounds pretty good, though. Yeah, strength gain isn't really our forte, I think. Yeah, I don't care about strength gain. Transform 2 cards. Ooh. Nah, gives the Relic for strength. Strength Relic's nice. It's not great. It's fine. This does a little bit more, I guess. How are we going to block for 12? We're not. Okay. Well. Oh, we are. We have plated armor. I forgot about that. Sick. Let's hit him with our cards. Wait, hang on. Oh, you gain weak, not the other one. What's that? Let's have a look at that. Do I want to gain energy or do a lot of damage? One of the most intimidating and awkward things in school is when you've barely done any work and the teacher walks over and says, now let's see how you've gotten on. The now let's see how you've gotten on is bringing back, like, horrible memories. Why Rathalos? What's this, 9? We're doing 5. Can we play 4 cards? No, we cannot, so let's block. Yes, we gain a dazed from playing a skill card against this enemy, because he hexed us. But that's okay. So we have enough block now. This Caltrops to do a bit more damage. And accept the dazed. We have so much draw, I'm not that fussed about it. And this turn he's only doing 1, so he's not even going to do that much damage to us. So let's just hit the enemy with our cards. Don't worry about the pocket watch too much. And then just hit him. Okay, good. We did much better on that than we might have expected. Another dash doesn't seem too bad. I've been enjoying playing it so far. We don't have a lot of energy though. Cloak and Dagger would be nice. Maybe not, actually. Pocket watch, we want to play as few cards as possible. Riddle with holes on turn 1 would be pretty... alright. I'm going to take dash. I like this dash thing we've got going on. I think 1 more is okay. Definitely play After Image. Definitely hit you with Endless Agony. And backstab and neutralize. Do I want to Caltrops and Survivor or dash? So I don't want to do 13 damage. Okay, am I assuming I'm going to get hit more than, like, 4 times? Yes. So let's Caltrops Survivor. Then they're going in silence, all tensed up, dying inside, like, oh god, oh heck. Teachers are frightening, Rathalos, but remember many of them are just trying their best. It's a tough world to be a teacher in where students are all constantly connected and screaming it behind your back at each other. It's a thankless job. where the people you're working for don't care, and the students that you're working to help don't care. What's this? Do we want to gain a lot of strength? Yeah, not really. Let's just block for a lot. Okay, so we only need to play 3 cards to get enough block. We can't do that, so we'll just defend. Poison him. Move on. You're the perfect place to be invisible in your school, so the teacher never paid you any attention. It's pretty good. Let's hit you, because I think we can block otherwise, yeah? Alright. Do we need to play 2 blocks? I'm pretty sure so. Like, he's gaining some health and scaling. You're getting a bit of health back from this. A bit of, okay. Nice turn to have Incense Burner on. Epic. Okay, we can just hit him this turn. Hopefully he just dies, although I'm expecting he's about to get health back from this enemy, isn't he? Yeah, that's okay. We get our Dagger Spray back this turn, so he takes a lot. He takes a lot from Flechettes. Can he die to something else? No. Because this attack plus the poison will only do 9, so he'll be left on a bit of health. So I'm just going to Flechettes and then chuck a strike on this fellow. This lady. What are you doing there? Let's start the poison on you, just to stop you from out-healing. And then let's neutralize you and dash to try and get your health going down a little bit. I was considering leg sweeping to keeping them weak, but I don't think they can out-damage our block. We need a lot more poison. Our block is actually quite solid right now. We have a lot of regular old attacks because we have been given no poison. Well, we've been given crippling, but... Let's drop the flex and grab a block. Although flex would be okay against some of the elites. I'm not trying to hit the elites. I don't want to take it, but another poison stab is going to do ever so slightly more damage to the boss. We may have to use a block potion here, and that's okay. Otherwise we have to block for 10, which we can do with the dash. So let's do that maybe. 1, 2, 3. But now it's like, do we want to weaken him next turn? Probably, right? I think we care about not dying more than drawing so much. Never mind. We have Incense Burner. That wasn't a good idea. Oh well. Let's build up his poison a little bit. Build up his weak a little bit. Leave the Endless Agonies in, maybe? He can come around again. That's very rare that I do that, but I'd rather have 3 draw than play 1. He's doing an annoying amount of damage. Because a block plus an attack won't do it, because we don't have After Image out. I want to play Crippling Cloud to like double what he's got going on. Oh, we could do that. We could block potion, Crippling Cloud, get a little bit more energy next turn. I like that. We want to kill him as quickly as possible because he starts doing more and more and more and more and more and more. Caltrops, I wish you'd showed up sooner, my friend, but that's okay. This is sort of the fight I added you for. Can we leg sweep and survive? Yes. No? Maybe. After Image, Caltrops leg sweep? So we have 4 block. He's doing 20, right? This will give us 14, so we'll be at 18. And then by playing 2 cards, we'll have enough blocks. So I'm pretty sure this exact combination provides us with exactly enough block and also good benefit. So when he hits us, he takes a bunch from Caltrops. Fantastic. Okay. I think this turn we want to hit the enemy. Probably just dash defend, actually. Dash defend seems pretty good. So now we're not taking anything. We could double Endless Agony and do a little bit more, but then we'll be drawing bad, so I'll just give him a single Endless Agony. Even teachers in school would comment in parent meetings how you start off into space. People in school, they don't, like, you know, they're trying their best, a lot of teachers. Some teachers are not trying their best and they're just dicks, but like some teachers really can't handle this many different sorts of students, you know? Although they are meant to get training about it. A lot of them either don't care, or like don't pay attention, or are overwhelmed by it. Because a lot of people want to be teachers because they want to help the next generation, and it's tough when like they don't want to or can't be helped, or you don't understand how to help them because of their conditions. You're doing a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure that number is 25, if you were to put it into words. Can we kill you? You're on 51. We can do... Let's actually do the maths then. How much can we do? If you're on 51... We can do 12 plus Plus 9, plus 8, plus 4, plus 10. We can do 43 damage to you. And then you might die on spikes. 43 to kill something on 51. And we're doing we have 3 spikes. So he'd have to hit us 4 times, so we'd take 20 before he died. Is that right? That doesn't sound very good. That, or we could block 10 and still take 15, but not kill the enemy. Okay, that's tough. I'm gonna say we hit the enemy and hope we get a good potion. That is not a good potion. Okay. Well, I tried, I think. Definitely want to defend then, right? Take a little tiny bit less. Explosive potion. Do I want to neutralize? Not really. I should have played that sooner. Might have changed the effect. The outcome. Alright, whatever. I really was hoping we just get like a magical potion out of that list, but that's fine. These suck very badly. Skewer's okay, but we don't have anything to go with it. No. Alright, what do we upgrade? After image? Yeah. Always starting with after image is so good. Your learning assistant in Your learning assistant in college would frequently try to bring you back on task because you kept getting distracted and excited, especially when other people were joking around. If you get overstimulated, you can't concentrate. When you get in the zone, you can't leave unless you're willing and want to. These all sound like very normal things. You only space out when you don't care about anything unless it's happening, which is mostly as maths. Aren't these all very normal things? A lot of people space out when they are engaged with something that is not engaging. Like, your brain has to find something interesting to even want to consider interacting with it, like, mentally. What a weird way to say that. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Gonna throw out the old strength potion that I should have done earlier. He's doing 30. Well, I have a common attack, a common skill card, so you're actually doing 12. Well, that card's pretty good. Let's block and play nothing else so I can draw a lot. Or hit him for 3 more. Actually, let's do that. I really respect people that like find maths so interesting that they can like do it all day. Because I think it is cool to like maths, but my brain is like, he finds it very boring, I'll be honest. What's this flechettes do? That does quite a bit. I think we can kill the leader at some point. Oh god, I'm making a terrible mistake, aren't I? We aren't going to be able to do 37 damage, are we? I hope we can. What's going on here? 16? 6, 8. Okay, we can totally kill him. That went way better than expected. I don't think our deck's that good, but we do seem to be kind of chugging along by. Gain 1 ritual. Strength at the end of turn. That seems cool. Deadly poison. Took a while. I want to skip the elites because I'm a little frightened of them. White beast statue's really nice. Awesome. For once, I'm actually excited. Oh, ah! Wah! Oh, is this not? Does it not explicitly just say half your health? Because that's half your health. This is so good. Wah! Some spooky looking boys. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna take that. That's pretty good. It's spooky card. Spooky intangible. Your curriculum is really behind everywhere, like early maths was too easy to you. Having autism can contribute to having a lack of attention, because a lot like you will only be focused and into something if it's a special interest like art. Is that specifically autism? Is that not just like being a person? I thought like most people can't concentrate on things that are boring, mostly. Or is it like accentuated? Does it make it like more extreme. Like, it has to be ultra interesting for you to want to care, and otherwise it's just not worth your mental effort. Crippling Cloud's nice here. Kills both enemies, no damage. Not something that challenges you. Do you do anything in your spare time that helps challenge you? Like, do you... Wait, hang on. That's fine. Do you do, like, programming at home or something? Sometimes you look at something for too long and don't move your eyes, you'll go cross-eyed without noticing. It makes it worse, yeah. Okay. What am I doing here? 20. Can we block for 20? We can block for 4. Plus, we can block for 14, 15. Let's start there. Gained an energy. Block for 15... 16, 17, 18. So we're only taking 2, which isn't the end of the world. But we don't have much max health, so it's not great. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I think we've been playing surprisingly well. Ghost in a jar. We've been getting some good luck just now. Bouncing Flask, a little bit more stuff to do while we're intangible, or draw? I like Bouncing Flask. I think we're now perfectly fine on poison and damage and stuff. We just need to go along and play it by ear. After image, Bouncing Flask, backstab. We may be able to upgrade that flask or something. Per se, if math is boring to you, math will probably be a special interest to another with autism. Is there a definition for special interest, or is it just some things are, some things aren't? It varies heavily by person. There's no way to like some things more likely to be interests. Are like things that have like a high skill ceiling, like learning piano or whatever, more likely to be an interest versus like what's like cleaning or something. I don't know. What's stuff that like doesn't have a high skill ceiling, like running baths? Being smart isn't a condition; it's how you're raised. What do you mean? Aren't some people born with like slightly better brains for figuring out what we call smart stuff? Or like the ability to concentrate more on stuff that lets them be smart, like studying. Like some people just seem to be able to do it throughout their entire education. Hang on. We're currently at 11. He's doing 7 to us. When we apply weak, he'll do 25% less. 25% of 18 is 4 and a bit? That's not good enough, is it? This will make him do 6 less, and we'll block with after image. So now we're taking nothing, and we can just smack him. Oh, we didn't have to smack because we were going to draw. Okay. Ooh, apparition. 1, 2... Nothing. Apparition. Apparition and Thread and Needle. They're so good. Let's alchemize and hit him with a poison. I don't care so much about draw now. I'm going to start hitting him. Apparition. Remember when I was excited about getting this drop? Imagine having one card that blocks 26 damage. It seems pretty good, doesn't it? And then we have a little bit more apparition on top. Let's wait a turn, because then we get another turn on Incense Burner to try and build. Okay. And we can also build up Nunchuck a bit more. Do I want another Deadly Poison? We have a lot of poison cards. So yeah. I don't know if that's good thinking, but I like the idea of getting more. Making this free is okay. Making this better is quite good. Making this better is very good. Who are we fighting against? Sorry, I should know. Guardian? Oh, Guardian. Apparition might be nice, just to try and get it for that special turn. We have this for the special turn. Never mind. Bouncing Flask upgrade seems okay. Another 3 poison every time we use it. Another 2 poison. A little bit more block. A bit more damage. There's so many, like, okay options here. There's nothing that, like screams to me as being great. Alchemize being free makes it always playable, though. Which I don't hate. Being free is pretty good, isn't it? But it's only one card. Caltrops might be a lot of damage over a combat, as might having a little bit more poison. Special interest is something they really like a hobby to the extreme. Bouncing Flask? Let's just put it in a deadly poison, you know? Poison's exponential in it. Transformer card, yeah, go on. Alright. Cloak and Dagger isn't really what I was looking for, but that's fine. We could upgrade it to make it a bit better, but let's just upgrade the other deadly poison. Let's like throw so much poison at the enemy that they'll explode. Let's also throw a ritual at this, just... Caw! I love it. Let's just throw a ritual at it because we're using so many potions. Oh, we have Survivor. Okay, so here's a nice little synergy. Because Apparition is an ethereal card, you either have to play it or let it go away, unless you discard it. So let's discard it so we can draw it much later. And let's not backstab, because I want to draw a lot next turn. I just punched on my shoulder, sorry. We are going to want to use a lot of cards this turn. Yeah, that ritual's nice. Let's play Apparition. Now we don't have to worry about blocking. Let's play Dagger Spray. And now either we want to hit... Actually, yeah, we want to start poison stabbing this bloke, don't we? And then what? Do we want to keep these Endless Agonies cycling around so we can just hit him with a bunch of regular damage and ignore poison? Let's see. We're basically doing... Those cards are good. I'm happy keeping those around. Can we discard again? No? Goodbye, Apparition. You were nice to have. So let's try and cut a few more of his poison resistances. That's fine. We'll leave it there. Goodbye, Apparition. Maybe we should have upgraded all the Apparitions instead of the deadly poisons. It's hard to think. Anyway, here's this generic common skill again. They are now doing half damage. Better then. I don't understand how Piercing Well is so good, but a common card. You can get like 100 of these in your deck if you're lucky, and just never take damage. It's bonkers. Special interest is something where people with autism can dedicate an immense amount of intense time into, making their whole life and can be described as an obsession. Some people have a constant same special interest, while others can change over time. These things help provide structure and routine to our lives as a coping mechanism. Oh. Toss all your fairy potions for good luck. I don't want to do it, but your name is Icy Curves 69. Why would I not want to take your advice? I really want to do that, but like, it's Ascension 15. You know, if we can win, that'll be pretty sick. Anyway, we're going to take a lot of damage this turn, I think, unless we want to waste our Ghost in a Jar. What does block do, even? Bap. Maybe I should have looked at the other block first. I didn't think we could block everything, so I didn't even, like, worry about it. Yeah. And then we get it this turn. Good old Incense Burner. Let's hit the boss. Oh, wait, let's hit you. Now let's chuck out a Crippling Cloud. You're now weak. And let's weaken him with a Deadly Poison. We could do 16 damage. And we could kill this for less draw. Let's do that, actually. Killing that for less draw seems pretty solid. Cock block. Exactly. Anyway, hang on. He's doing 43 plus 6. Ah! Well, actually just 43. Let's do that. Like, if I was smarter, I would have just blocked all the damage and then used it when I had, like, no health. But, haha, you know, blah, 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 intangibility potion, go blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Let's just not do anything. Let's just, like, weaken him, build up a little poison, and, just wait, I guess. Oh, there's an apparition right there. That must have been the one we discarded all that time ago. Okay. Anyway, now we want to hit the boss. Maybe get another potion? Or another ritual? Oh, yeah. It's completely pointless and probably a waste. And that's why I want to do it. Bye, apparition. What you doing? What you doing? 24 damage. I could use a dash and a block. How much can I hit you for? Actually, let's do like some basic maths. He's on 184. Let's get the old calculator out. Where's C? Here we go. 184 minus 23. So he's on 161. We can do 12 plus 12 plus 17 plus... We can't kill him. Okay, that's what the maths is telling me. So let's block so we don't die. And then hit him. And then wait on the end of Agony again. The apparition didn't help much in this fight. It helped on one turn though, and I think that's all that really matters. Oh, look, we won anyway, right? Nothing here is that good. Burst is kind of nice because we could maybe burst an apparition, or burst a bouncing flask, or burst a deadly poison, or burst a crippling cloud, or burst a leg sweep, or burst an alchemy. Right? What? Oh, sorry. So in this game, there's things called relics, which give you benefits. This one lets you draw 2 more cards every turn. It's pretty good. There's like another effect on it, but like it's the draw 2. It's the draw 2 is pretty good. The draw 2 is pretty nice. Because then it means you're more likely to draw the apparition. And they could be free. Although they could also cost 3, but whatever. We also have 1 singular special interest, but you can invest in multiple. For you, it's music, art, and games. When you were younger, you used to be in particular bands, and YouTube would be quite into showing you how much you liked them. Oh, and YouTubers. I think YouTube was showing you how much you liked it, and I was like, what do you mean? They were giving like a report every month. Oh, an AoE boss fight with our deck. That's okay. We're going to get the specimen, which means when you kill an enemy with poison, it gives the other enemy that poison. I'm guaranteeing we'll find it. But I guess you just like talking about them. That makes sense. We can avoid every elite down this very specific fight path here. So, both our apparitions cost 3. That's pretty sick. That doesn't make me want to use it any less, though. So, you know. There's another one. Could die in this fight, by the way. He scales up very quickly. And we aren't going to draw an apparition next turn, probably. What could we burst? Anything of interest? Burst and alchemize. Ooh. How about we use our flex potion and hit the enemy before he kills us? Burst defense. Oh, just nothing. Caltrops probably helps us kill him a little faster, right? We're still playing? We are still playing Angel Boop. I'll finish the stream when we finish the run. I'm not going to leave it on an empty... Here we go. Alright, perfect. That beast statue's been very helpful. Acrobatics is okay, but not great. Do I want another easy fight or a guaranteed shop? We might not get another shop ever, so let's check the shop. Wah! 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 There's some pretty good shit here. Catalyst is fantastic. Noxious Fumes is fantastic. This is alright. Yeah, I'm going to click on both of those things. Could also chuck in a speed potion. Yeah. Do that. The run is endless. I hope it is. It means we haven't died yet. They're doing 22. That's kind of frightening. So we could apparition, but we actually have to kill them quickly, which is kind of an annoying thing. So I'm going to use a Thorns potion so they die a little faster. 22. This can go down to a little bit less. After Image, Piercing Well, Crippling Cloud. Maybe? They're doing 10. We're blocking for 5. This will block for a bit more. Or Survivor. Oh wait, this blocks for 10. Let's just do that. Crippling Cloud's really good here, but... You know. Also, I love how all our apparitions so far have costed 3. That's some great maths right there. Well, I guess we could just apparition on the turn that they explode and not have to kill them. That's a thing. Let's put Deadly Poison on the spiking enemy then. We can play one more card. Well, I don't want to like have to assume that I'll draw this out of like all of these 15 cards that will get this 1. So let's not rely on that. That doesn't seem like a good idea. What I will assume is that we can draw 6 damage. Oh, sorry, less than that. 3 damage worth of anything to hit him with. Yes, so he's dead. No, wait, he's exploding. He's not dead. Ah, wait, no, wait. You're on 8 health. So this kills you, and this kills you. And this kills nothing, but it's there. Okay. Crisis averted. Now we can just play... Oh, do you want to wait for Burst Alchemize? It's not in our... No, it's not. It's there. Nah, just play it. I'm just going to wait for him to die of poison. Because I want to wait for Incense Burner to come back. When this is on like 4 or 5, I'll try and kill him. That or he's dead in 2 turns, so that works. Actually, that works with exactly what I was saying, so... I guess I sort of know what I'm doing, but the back of my head does, at least. You're reading Demon Slayer. How have you been enjoying it? Oh, actually, wait, that's not 4, that's... Okay, whatever. Noxious Fumes. I click on that. Alright, boy. What are you up to? Nothing. Scary. I hate that. Well, the apparition's completely useless. Duplication potion. Oh, some good stuff in here. Well, we definitely want to After Image, right? No. Let's Deadly Poison Catalyst, so he has a little bit starting off poison. The manga's heckin' good, but the most recent arc is quite long. Okay. Well, here's our apparition. We're taking nothing this turn, I think. I think we get plated armor first. Okay. What's this do? We can play this and Bouncing Flask for 12. Or this for 2 every turn for a bit. How long does this take to build up to 12? I don't know. So I'm just going to do this because it's easier on my brain. And I'm boring. Yes, that works. We're probably going to draw an apparition next turn anyway, right? Surely. We didn't. Well, we actually draw quite a lot of cards. And it doesn't matter. We have an apparition anyway because of our Incense Burner. It's so good. Ba ba ba. Bom 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 bom. Bom bom bom. Bom 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 bom. Bom bom. Alright, hopefully he dies of like old age. He is doing 28 stat. No, he's doing 2. Okay. I was a little worried for a second there, I'll be honest. Now, we could have doubled up on Apparition, but I didn't look at the cards in my hand, so that's okay. Alright, we have to do some damage to him now. He's on 64. He's going to take 44. So we have to deal 20. Alright, now I don't know how this part of the fight works, so I'm going to block just in case he decides to hit us anyway. He decided to hit us anyway. That's very rude. Cunning Potion. 3 Shiv plus. Ugh. I don't want that. Okay, we want to go left because we're avoiding elites. We don't need relics at this point, I think. We need to not die and hit the boss. Oh, do I want an Apparition or do I want a Noxious? Hang on. Piercing Wail's free. Then Noxious Fumes is good. And then Neutralize gets rid of one of his boys. Perfect. You're back from working. Hey, man. How's it going? Do I want to use this Apparition? I think so, right? They're doing 22. Okay. Sometimes it's very easy to figure out if you want to play the card that makes you take no damage. It's kind of funny. He's doing damage. Oh, heck, I didn't draw my Apparition, so I have to block for 30. 55. Can we kill him with damage? Maybe. 7 doubled is 20, and then we just have to do 10 to him. So if I use this now, I only have to do 10. Is there a way to do 10? There's a way to do 8? I don't want to use the poison potion. Well, sometimes you have to do things you don't want to, right? And then we guess we just hit the enemy a lot. Might as well block. Oh well. It gives us another spot for a potion, I guess. There's our apparition. There's our alchemize. Speed potion's fine. Now we wait for the enemies to die. Let's just play burst and dash or something, I don't know. They'll die at some point. You got done on a project that's been hanging over your head for the last month. You were basically forced to do it at gunpoint by your dad. But at least something else got done. What were you doing? What's your mythical task? Here's Ellie. Attack potion or fairy in a bottle? Fairy in a bottle is like 30% more health. So that's basically like having 10 health. It doesn't sound that good when you think about it, does it? Let's check out third noxious fumes. We might be going a little bit over the top with the noxious fumes. I'm gonna want to upgrade these apparitions, maybe. No, I'm gonna upgrade catalyst. Yeah, no, I like that one. I like that one quite a bit. Making MATLAB do the maths and shit. Control. Oh, hey Turbo Boner 2014. How's it going, my lad? Let's play After Image. Noxious fumes. Noxious fumes. Yeah, they both have the same color and it's very confusing. Let's burst our apparition. And then do nothing. And we have even more apparitions. I summon an even larger man. That's all the poison I want to put on him for today. Or I could weaken him for a bit less draw. Let's do that. Oh, here's all our apparitions. Where did they show up, huh? Well, you can play one more card. Wait, did I play an upgraded one? No, we didn't upgrade it. Okay. Where's my burst catalyst? Oh. Found it. It was in my deck. All along. What the heck? Wow, tactician. Ooh, burst apparition. I like that one. Ooh. And then we can hit him for 13. Oof. Let's hit the enemy 3 times. I like that strat. 16 damage. Can we block otherwise? We can block for 14... Yeah. No. See, I was trying to make it so we could use Noxious Fumes, but I forgot we haven't played After Image yet. In fact, we just chose not to play it. Do I want to play 2? I don't think I want to take 2. I want to get these poisons out. Chat, what did I say that the thing we were going to do later was going to be? This does 9, this does 3, alright. What was the schedule for later? What was the game I said we were going to play? Oh, tabletop. It's tabletop, isn't it? Yeah. I remember. Ooh, Snecko Oil looks different now. Draw 5 cards. Ooh la la. Ooh. Piercing Well's good. Let's upgrade our Noxious Fumes. Eh? An Apparition? We're not going to draw it again, though. Let's upgrade our Burst, because it might do something. Maybe. Duplicate a card in your deck? Well, we could have 2 After Images, or another Apparition, or another Catalyst. I like the other Catalyst, because it might give us a reason to actually try and kill the boss. This could be an event. What would we upgrade from Into the Campfire? Good question. Let's see what the event is. It's a fight. I'd rather have an upgrade, but that's fine. Now we can Burst Catalyst both our Catalysts. Wow. What a world. Oh, I should have played Apparition. Oh. Burst Apparition. That would have been a thought. Oh, well. We might play Doing Stuff together at some point, yeah. I would have loved to have that Apparition from earlier. Man. Let's speed potions, see what we get out of Alchemize. And try. Oh, they have all these rainbow potions now. Fill all your empty potion slots with random potions. Alright, so let's just block with Dash this turn. Well, we're not going to worry about this thing today. I think we just want to block with Dash, don't we? We are not blocking enough, are we? Well, we're doing 30. We're blocking for 39. They're doing 12, 24. Big number. 12, 24 plus 18. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it would do something. Oh, we have actually a 40 block. Okay, maybe we're fine. No, we're taking 2. Damn. I should have looked at the cards I was playing. Hang on, you're doing damage. Alright, the catalysts are going to start rolling around. I believe in it. There's our burst catalysts. Although we don't really need to burst them. We can just regular catalyst. So he's dead in a few turns. You're dead in a few turns. And I'm dead in a few turns. I just terrified myself by accidentally touching the, like, bump on my chair. You know the bit that you press and then you go down a bit? That boy. I poked him, and down I went. Ooh, colorless cards. Do I want to rest? Alright, no, not really. Although, question... What do we even want here? Secret weapons, okay. Impatience is alright. How many attacks do we even have? A lot, actually. We actually have quite a lot of attacks. Metamorphosis seems pretty bad. Secret weapons probably pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of damage, lads. Oh. Piercing well. Do I want to duplicate my piercing well? Yes. So now they're doing 8. We only have to block for 4, which we can't do. But I could add a random attack to my potion. Woo! Well, I can get dash. Okay, that's actually quite good then. Now we're not taking anything. What is that, Rathalos? An ancient being. Alright. We've picked up some cards this turn. We can apparition to block like 6. That's just not worth it. We could noxious... this hand sucks, man. We need to block for 7. Like, the apparition does block for 7. This blocks a little bit, but that's just not really what I want to play. Noxious. Let's just accept the damage and play a little Noxious Fumes. Or not. Okay, let's take a little bit less damage. Let's accept 4. I think we need to have Noxious out there or we'll lose. And we're probably going to rest at the bonfire anyway. Oh, Apparition. Burst Apparition. My word. And then we can also burst Crippling Cloud, right? Yeah, upgraded burst, eh? It's a good card. So now it's just these two I need to worry about. Or is it? When are they dead? They're dead in like 2 turns. So let's alchemize. It's alright. Let's just get him a little bit closer towards death, maybe. So he's dead. Oh, we have Apparition. Oh, well. Kind of simplifies the fight just a little bit, don't you think? Well, if you press enter, it like does something weird. It's kooky. Oh, another piercing well. It's so good. Let's rest. For 11? Yeah. Go on. What are we going to upgrade anyway? Alright. That's an okay start. It's not that good of a start. Let's throw everything at the enemies. We could upgrade everything in our hand, which would mean the apparition wouldn't go away, but that doesn't really matter. You know? Like, the upgrade here doesn't really do much. Why would I normally upgrade? Like, Crippling Clouders? Yeah. I'd say we probably want to use After Image, Deadly Poison? No, because we want to get rid of these. We don't want to do anything yet. I want to use After Image and Apparition, but we don't have enough energy. Can we gain energy? 10 attacks, plus 3. I don't think so. Oh, hang on. Oh. What are we doing here? Entropic Brew. I think Entropic Brew is how we're gonna handle this. Can we even block for 22? No. Hey, Chris. Heyo. You're gonna sit in the sun? Are you sitting in here? Hey, hey. I'd say we use the Apparition. Yas. It's a toasty day. Alright, he's doing 30. Chat's saying hello, Chris. How are you?
Greetings.
Greetings!
That's not what I said.
That's not what I said!
Ah!
Oh, ah.
Where's the chocolate?
He's asking where the chocolate is
I
now.
want chocolate.
Anyway, we want to play our Noxious Fumes, I believe. Oh, we could upgrade. Now's a good time to upgrade, actually. Let's upgrade Noxious Fumes. These shivs are useless. Like, I do not care about them. So let's just, like, chuck out a defend, maybe. 9-0. Let's play one more card. Let's get this to get rid of that poison a little sooner. Let's get these shivs and just play them. Entropic Brew. Give us something good. Poison's okay. Artifact's fine. Thorns is fine. Random colorless card. We'll make everything cost 1 this turn. Ah, that's not too bad. Greetings, Christina. You're level 10 Chikorita. Hell yeah, standard Chris. Off she goes. Okay, we need to block 4 damage. We're now blocking damage. Excellent. We need to do damage. Good. Let's put him on 30 poison. Is that going to kill him? I think we should hang on to it just a wee bit longer. And I hate that, but that's sort of what I think what we have to do. All you heard in the distance was Krista distantly and aggressively going, I want chocolate. She does do that sometimes, doesn't she? Often it just do be like that. Okay, so using the power of Piercing Whale, we can stop dying, but then we have to remove one of his boys. So we want to not die this turn. So to do that, I'm going to cut the damage we'd normally take. I'm going to cut the damage he'd normally take so we can apply weak instead of poison. Then Piercing Whale. So he's only doing 10. And then we take a bunch of damage. But then all our apparitions are here. With our burst. Hey Chris, what have you got there, huh? Do we make your crumble later? Do we have time to make a crumble? You could make a crumble, couldn't you? They're really easy.
Chocolate.
Chris, you're going to give my chat coronavirus.
No, I'm choking on
Here you go.
chocolate.
What is this, Rathalos? Whoa. Our draw card and both our apparitions are hidden from us. Alright, well, you can't really do much about that. God, this turn sucks. This is really bad. Okay, let's have a little think. Let's have a little sit up and think. Burst does nothing here, so that's easy. Survivor blocks for 8 out of the 26 he's doing. Oh my god. Noxious Fumes is a necessary way to win. Oh, it helps. Your reality that holding is calling to you in French. Okay, I think... Well, he's already weak, so Crippling Cloud doesn't even do anything. Oh god, this sucks. Oh, if only we had potions from some sort of potion source. I guess we block for 8? Sure. I hate that, but it's just a little unlucky, isn't it? Here's our apparitions. There's our burst, so we can burst this apparition. That sounds pretty good, isn't it? Burst apparition. And then also burst backflip. Oh no! I would have loved that this turn. Oh well. Well, they are at least slowly dying. And then we have apparition this turn as well. That's good. I'd say we either neutralize him. We can probably block next turn. Or we put up more deadly poison. I'm not going to play stupid. Let's weaken him for next turn. And let's Dagger Spray just to get the health down just that little bit more. And let's also do that. We should definitely have Catalysted before, by the way, when he was only going to get up to 30. Alright, he's not doing much damage this turn. That's good. Caltrops is free. Leg Sweep's nice on him. Noxious Fumes will help finish this fight. And then we play nothing else. He's doing 36 damage. Hey, After Image. 36 damage can probably be dealt with, right? What's 28 times 3? Come on, that's an easy one. It's like just under 90, isn't it? So is there a way to kill him without using both catalysts? Or can we survive the other one if we only kill this one? 28 times 3. That's 84. So he'll die in another turn. Can we survive this turn? No. Right? We don't have enough block. He's doing 36 damage. We can't block. So Balancing Flask is fine. Maybe we'll get lucky. 34 times 3. 34 times 3. 102. He's on 110 health, and we can put him on 102 poison. We'll die the moment he hits us, pretty much. So I think we have to double Catalyst. That's such a shame. If only we did another 8 damage to him in this fight. Oh! Poison Stab. I should have looked at that card. Epic. Alright, 36 damage again. But there's our burst. We did it, chat. It's a burst catalyst. There's a bloody burst catalyst right there. Backflip, a little bit more poison maybe? Deadly poison burst catalyst? Burst deadly poison catalyst? Oh. We did it! Hooray!
Winner?
Ascension 15 cleared.
Oh, Pokemon.
Oh,
Where's the Pokemon?
not bad for a rusty boy who hasn't played much in a while, eh?
Oh.
Woo! Woo. Alright. Only took an hour and 20 and many apparitions. We did it. Oh, it says sleep at the end now instead of like leave. We did it. Chat. We did it. There's Slay the Spire. Alright, chat. We've been live for 6.5 hours. What to the heck? I'm going to go take a short 1.5 hour break. Wait, no. Hour break, because we started late. I'm going to go take a 1 hour break. And then I'll be back with Tabletop Simulator. Thanks for watching. Do you want me to host someone quickly? I'm going to take a break instead of streaming 10 hours straight. My god. Let's find someone to host quickly. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back. We've been playing Tabletop with like TK and Chris. And if anyone else can join us, that would be nice too, but I don't know. I'm going to host Wolf Machina to show good intentions. Buttering him up, chat. Don't tell him that, but tell him that. Alright, I'm going to see you all in an hour. Have a nice little time. See y'all in a bit. There's a little host arena.